Echo of Star Song.
Don't worry, Kay. We'll be out of here soon. You two grab a hold of something. You better butter your biscuits, boys. They should be thrown in the airlock and ejected.
Whatever Wednesday.
Come on, little guys. I am the captain of this ship. I am Milo Milodane.
Thursday, Ace Attorney Investigations 2.
Melt in your mouth, not in your hand, sweet chocolate, melting in my mouth.
Friday, Yakuza 3.
Come on, kids. Come on. You're going to make old Uncle Claus cry. God damn it. God damn kids.
Monday, Cult of the Lamb.
Go, 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 go. Keep cheering. Keep cheering. We're halfway. Keep cheering. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop till you get enough. But come on.
Tuesday, Opus Echo of Star Song.
Don't worry, Kay. We'll be out of here soon. You two grab a hold of something. You better butter your biscuits, boys. They should be thrown in the airlock and ejected.
Whatever Wednesday.
Come on, little guys. I am the captain of this ship. I am Milo Milodane.
Thursday, Ace Attorney Investigations 2.
Melt in your mouth, not in your hand, sweet chocolate, melting in my mouth.
Friday, Yakuza 3.
Come on, kids. Come on. You're going to make old Uncle Claus cry. God damn it. God damn kids.
Monday, Cult of the Lamb.
Go, 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 go. Keep cheering. Keep cheering. We're halfway. Keep cheering. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop till you get enough. But come on.
Tuesday, Opus Echo of Star Song.
Don't worry, Kay. We'll be out of here soon. You two grab a hold of something. You better butter your biscuits, boys. They should be thrown in the airlock and ejected.
Whatever Wednesday.
Come on, little guys. I am the captain of this ship. I am Milo Milodane.
Thursday, Ace Attorney Investigations 2.
Melt in your mouth, not in your hand, sweet chocolate, melting in my mouth.
Friday, Yakuza 3.
Come on, kids. Come on. You're going to make old Uncle Claus cry. God damn it. God damn kids.
Monday, Cult of the Lamb.
Go, 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 go. Keep jeering. Keep jeering. We're halfway. Keep jeering. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop till you get enough. But come on.
Tuesday, Opus Echo of Star Song.
Don't worry, Kay. We'll be out of here soon.
You two grab a hold of something.
You better butter your biscuits, boys.
They should be thrown in the airlock and injected.
Whatever Wednesday.
Come on, little guys. I am the captain of this ship. I am Milo Milodane.
Thursday, Ace Attorney Investigations 2.
And it is a happy, happy Thursday. Or yes, for Crispy it would be Friday. Hello! And happy spooky month. Hope you guys enjoy the assets we got going on now for the season. But how are you? Crispy, how are you? And anybody else who's already here. Hope you guys are having a good one. Hopefully you guys are ready for some investigating. We have some interesting stuff happened last time. Oh, which I just reminded myself that I should bring up last week's stream for the recap, right? The recrap, I almost said. And now for Dom for the recrap. There we go. I had to take Fonzie to the vet yesterday because he has an ulcer on his lip that's getting bigger. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That doesn't sound like a fun thing to deal with. Hope he will go away with antibiotics and not need surgery. Yeah, I hope so too. Absolutely. All right, let's see. So, yeah, last week we started this case. It's called the Forgotten Turnabout. And, yeah, forgotten as in Kay forgot us. She forgot who we were. So, how it starts is we get to see Kay. She's, like, on top of a building, right? Can I get to that point? It's so hard to click. There it is. So, let me just mute that. Kay was on top of this tower at night. Oh, I didn't go back far enough. And she was, we don't know why yet, but she was approached by someone, and then she fell from the tower, and that's all we knew from the scene. But what happened shortly after that is she ends up losing her memory, and she wakes up in a hospital, I guess, and this nurse finds Edgeworth's number on her or something like that, maybe a business card on her or something that was Edgeworth's, that leads her to bring Kay to Edgeworth to try to see if she can remember who she is. So Edgeworth and Gumshoe are trying to help her recover her memory, and so they come back to this place. And when we got here, where this place is actually the where the PIC meets, the prosecutors, the prosecutorial investigation committee, I think is what it's called. That's where they meet. And oh shit, sorry, I didn't even realize I still had the crop up. I'm sorry, guys. You weren't seeing most of what was there. Here we go. And so just to sort of broad stroke what's going on a little bit, what we ended up doing is we go to the tower to try to get Kay to remember who she was. That's Kay. She's all bandaged up. Poor Kay. Poor Kay. And so, oh, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to pause it. Sorry, I'm just trying to think real quick. So we brought her here to try to get her memory back, and it turns out there was a murder that happened in the PIC committee chamber or whatever. And there was actually a little bit of a mix-up where they thought that the girl who was dead in there was Kay because there was a piece of evidence that said Kay's name. But it turns out it was actually this girl named Jill. And Jill had sent, well, there was 2 letters. We don't really know who sent them, I guess. But Kay had a letter and Jill had a letter that were from each other. And they were talking about working together to do something. And so Kay has been implicated as the murderer of Jill. And so she's sort of become our defendant in a way because obviously Judge Courtney got involved and started being a bitch again, like she always is. And she was, because, okay, so I guess I should have said, this whole thing started when, at the point where Edgeworth was supposed to, that's Jill, where Edgeworth was supposed to go in for his investigation hearing or whatever, because Courtney wants to take his badge away. But then this happened, so it kind of delayed it, and now we're investigating this. But Courtney doesn't want him anywhere near the site like she always does. And so Edgeworth is finally like, you know what? Fine. Fuck you. Here's my prosecutor's badge. You can have it. I'm not a prosecutor anymore. If that's what it means to just look for the truth and to try to save my friend, I don't need this shit anymore. And it was very awesome. Anyway, so then he goes, because Kay runs away. And she's really upset because she did something that caused, Edgeworth to do something like that. And she doesn't like being the sort of the reason why that's happened to him. Because she knows how important it is to him, which is weird because she doesn't remember him. But if I think about that, it's like, well, I think she's just a nice person and she doesn't want to do that to someone, not necessarily that it's Edgeworth. Anyways, it forces her to, that feeling forces her to run away. So Edgeworth runs after her, and we find her, and we sort of like have her hiding out because they were going to arrest her. So we're like, keeping her safe, I guess you could say. So, but then we end up having to go back to the tower and look for more clues. And where we left off last time when we were doing that was we found that there was this trap door here on top of the tower here. And this is where she said she was standing. And because of how she explained what she saw in the order of events, we determined that she actually fell into that hole there, into this trap door. And so the next part of our investigation, because a helicopter's coming in with like a camera and everything, we wanted to make sure that Kay wasn't seen, and we needed to investigate inside the hole. We went into the hole. So that's where we left off. But there was one important thing that happened right before we went into the hole, and that was Emma came back. So Emma's here, so we get to hang out with Emma, and hopefully she gets to help out. Maybe there'll be some luminol spraying. I don't know. Not going to get my hopes up too much, but yeah. That is where we left off. Is that a thing in real life too? Committee? What? Oh, let me see what the first thing said. Oh, what do you mean? Like the prosecutorial investigative committee? Is that what you mean by saying committee? I don't think so. A lot of this is not how law actually works anywhere. Like there is some videos. I watched at least one of them. Where lawyers will actually watch. There was one from Legal Eagle, I think, where he watched the first couple episodes of Ace Attorney, and he's just like stopping it every couple of seconds, being like, yeah, in real court, this is not how this would work. This is actually really weird and bizarre, and there's no way this would be allowed. And he just like kept pausing it and saying that stuff. It's pretty funny. So I think all of it is made up, like pretty much the structure of it. I think it's sort of just like a weird warped version of multiple countries' legal systems. It seems like it's a mixture of Japan, the UK, and the US is what it seems like to me. Because there's definitely some UK influence, especially in the later games. I've seen some dialogue where they seem to use a lot more UK terms for a lot of this stuff. So it's pretty interesting. I just wonder what they'd even do, right? I guess they're just supposed to hold people accountable, like they just failed to hold Von Karma accountable for so long. Maybe Von Karma is like what prompted the committee to exist. I'm not sure. Oh, my Jabbit's coming up. Got to make sure the Jabbit fits in the jar. Don't mind these hands. These are just my helper hands. They just come up whenever I need them, and they do stuff for me. Thank you. Thank you. All right, anyways. Shall we get started? That's where we left off. Hopefully that made sense. I feel like that was still a little bit clumsy with the whole video thing, but maybe I'm getting a little better. Let me know in the comments below. Let me see here. All right. You guys ready? Oh. My Jabbit's rubbing against the microphone, or the glass. Ding, ding. Oh, there's channel point items, too, if you guys want. There are special Halloween channel point items. Oh, did I actually activate them? Let me do that. I think maybe when I was testing them, I left them off. Let me turn them on. There we go. Now they should be there now. You may have to refresh, but I was noticing earlier that it wasn't requiring me to refresh, so hopefully they'll just be there. But if they're not there, you can refresh and find them. Glad I thought about that. That's fine, though. Got to make it entertaining for the games. If it were all like real life, it would probably be boring. Oh, yeah. In real life would be super boring. That's funny. That is a newer one. That's not one of the ones I was talking about, but I did want to see what this one looked like with the head in a jar thing. That's fun. Oh, I need to make that longer. That's too short. All right, let's get started. It's pretty dark down here. I can't see a thing. Watch your footing, Emma.
Ouch! I think I hit my head.
Okay, be careful not to slip. Take your time coming down.
Okay.
The light switch should be somewhere around here. This is... What is it? Oh, look. Do you see something that looks familiar? I do. I spy with my little eye something from the first Investigations game. The super ugly luggage. That's so funny. Let me switch to my inner voice. Oh, come on. Don't be lame, voice mod. Give me the voice. There it is.
The hidden 51st floor. Is it being used as a storeroom? We'll need to investigate it thoroughly.
Grand Tower pamphlet contains a cross-section of the tower. Oh yeah, that's not what I need to read. I need to read Grand Tower pamphlet data updated in my organizer. Yes, my organizer. Right. Ah, damn it, Jabbit. Stay up there. Thank you, Hans. I appreciate you. Not too rough. Not too rough. There we go. Thank you. Hey, that is art, actually. It is. I'd ask how things are going, but then we might not get to the to the game. Oh yeah. Yeah, let's get to the game. We can talk about it a little bit later, though, if you're talking about like the house and everything, because there's ups and downs. Certainly, many ups and downs. Anyways, yeah, we're escaping that though.
Mr. Edgeworth, please tell me about the case.
Right then, where should I begin? Begin where I began before the stream started.
I see. This is certainly a serious situation.
Why does she look like she's having so much fun?
Looks like you're in a bind, prosecutorial attorney Edgeworth.
I'm not a defense attorney, nor is there such a thing as a prosecutorial attorney.
This looks like a job for science. Don't you worry, I've got everything here in my bag.
Are you sure you're up for this, Emma?
Of course. So, once again, it's good to be working with you, Mr. Edgeworth.
And I'm glad to be working with you as well. You were my favorite sidekick from the first 3 games. One thing I remember about Emma, too, is that she has a huge crush on Edgeworth. She's always like, oh, Edgeworth, isn't he dreamy? Well, not dreamy, but she's always like, oh, woo woo. It looks like we've got ourselves another cute assistant. So what's the plan? We gonna hug it out, or what?
That lift looks pretty suspicious to me.
Okay, so no hug then? It looks like it goes down. I'm curious as well, but first we should investigate this room. Okay, if you find out anything, be sure to tell Uncle Ray.
And if I remember something, I'll let you know.
Please do. Emma.
Roger. I'm ready to support.
Well then, let's begin the investigation. I think it's interesting. I think the reason why Emma comes in, and the only reason, which is kind of a Deus Ex Machina type thing in a way, but I mean, not quite that. It doesn't meet all the qualifications for that. But like, because we're at a crime scene that no one else, like in the police force, knows is a crime scene, and so we need someone to do forensics, but we can't have any because we don't have Gumshoe and stuff to do forensics. And so we needed Emma because Emma can do forensics, and she doesn't belong to the police force because she's a student or whatever. So I think that's why the story needed Emma to come here. I wish it was a little bit more organic, you know, like Emma was just around anyways. Because it sounds like they really forced her in there, right? I do like the way she dresses. Hell yeah. I love Emma. She's like my favorite sidekick, even though she's like the rarest one. Maybe that's why I like her so much, because I haven't gotten too much of her. I do miss Maya, though. There's definitely something about Maya I miss, for sure. Her childishness, I guess. Why can't Gumshoe be here? Because Gumshoe is tied up with the because he's the investigator for Sebastian, and because the police never work for the defense in this world. That's another thing that makes no sense or whatever, that they would work for one side or the other. But because we're no longer a prosecutor, because we gave up our badge, we have no authority to tell the police what to do. So that's why Gumshoe can't. I mean, to be honest, Gumshoe's helped us in situations where he should have helped us before. So, I mean, I don't know. But Gumshoe certainly couldn't enlist the help of forensics, I think is really the thing. But honestly, Gumshoe could be here, like for story purposes, because he's done it before. But I think the point, I guess, that I'm trying to think about is that we couldn't have forensics here because Kay is supposed to be arrested. And so if Gumshoe were here, it'd definitely be a complicated thing since he's a police officer or whatever, a detective, but part of the force, that if he had, you know, a fugitive, I guess, and he wasn't apprehending her or whatever, I assume that would be a problem. These are.
What is it?
The items displayed on this shelf here, if I recall correctly, they're all evidence from past cases that I was involved with. What are they doing here?
I guess that's what would make this place the PIC's evidence storeroom, huh?
These items should be kept in the care of the police.
Don't they keep evidence in the prosecutor's office?
Only for current trials. However, once a verdict has been reached, the evidence is transferred over to the police department and stored in the evidence room. We went over this in the third game.
But it looks like the evidence has been stored here instead.
There was no point in worrying about it. For now, I should try examining everything.
It looks like some of the evidence have tags in front of them. And there are numbers written on the tags. Is this the price?
Maybe they're the ID numbers of the evidence?
They're values because they have commas, right? No. Based on how large these numbers are and the nature of these items, I'd say these are prices. Yeah, exactly. That's what they look at to me. Prices. Prices are attached to the pieces of evidence. They seem rather high. I guess that's a good thing since they're my evidence and they're high-priced, highly valued because they came from me.
But prices? If that's the case, wow, these are ridiculously expensive.
She seems more concerned with the high prices than the legality of this whole affair. The evidence on display. I should inspect every nook and cranny.
What a cute doll. It kind of looks like the Steel Samurai.
Yeah, it looks like the baby Steel Samurai from the last game.
Yeah,
The Iron Infant. I forgot that's what it was called.
it's the Iron Infant, son of the Steel Samurai and the Pink Princess. He was destined to become a hero of justice from the moment of his birth. So much pressure rests on his tiny baby shoulders. And yet he carries himself with a grace and dignity that bellies the toddler of his age.
That bellies? Did I read that right? Belize? I don't know what that word meant.
Hello, Mr. Edgeworth. Are you even listening to me?
Of course I am. You were talking about the Steel Samurai, right?
How cute. This stuffed animal is so fluffy.
That's from Gourd Lake. Oh, that was the beginning of this game.
Should be in the care of the prosecutor assigned to that case right now. Why is it sitting here in a place like this?
Huh? This little guy's missing his left horn.
His left horn. I'm pretty sure it was already missing when I first saw it.
And this must be a defective product. I demand a recall.
Now that I think about it, giving a broken toy to a country's president does sound strange.
Stuffed animal. The same stuffed animal we saw in the Zhengfa president's plane. Missing his left horn. That's interesting. I wonder if this will finally bring it back around to Shelly the Killer in the plot to kill the Zhengfa president. You think that'll actually circle back around? Can I please have a sip? A little closer. I'm done. Take it away. Thank you. I'm a high maintenance floating head.
This storeroom contains items to be sold, doesn't it?
It's unfortunate, but the possibility seems quite high. I suspect some nefarious individual has been selling evidence here.
And people actually pay money for this stuff?
Apparently, some people do. The price tags are proof.
Different strokes for different folks, I guess.
Is that a naked woman? It's making me feel things I haven't felt in 30 years.
This mannequin! I've got it! According to my scientific reasoning, this is something you'd encountered in one of your past cases, right?
No, it's not. This is the first time I've seen this mannequin. I don't know this mannequin. What are you talking about? I've never had sex with this mannequin. Why would you imply such a thing?
It seems completely unrelated to the other objects in this room. There's no price tag in front of this mannequin either. So then, why is it here?
Would there like be a costume or something that we've encountered or something that was supposed to go there? Bears further thought. All right, here is the perfume that Callisto wore, and that's how we figured out she was the Yatagarasi, right? And that she was, what was her name? Sheena. The last game. It's a small bottle. I've seen this piece of evidence before in the past.
Huh? Is that all?
Yes. What more did you want me to say?
I need to make a memo. Note to self. Even the most boring objects sound like works of art when Mr. Edgeworth describes them.
See, I told you she's juicing for it.
Don't read a memo like that out loud.
It's not a memo. That just goes in your private journal. This is some Cadopian ink from the last game. Ink and a lamp both are evidence that I've handled before. Oh yeah, the lamp burns the ink to make a green flame.
Why is all this stuff here linked to you?
Many of the items here are objects that I've handled just a short while ago. But it's probably only a coincidence that they're all collected here.
A coincidence? I never thought I'd hear you say that word, Mr. Edgeworth.
No matter how improbable, if it fits with the facts, then we must accept it as the truth. Isn't that the same with science?
Aha! We should discuss science in detail someday, Mr. Edgeworth.
So the lamp's gonna give me the same thing, I guess? Yeah, ink and the lamp. And yeah, we're not gonna open that? Okay, you sure there's not something there interesting though, edgy boy? There's nothing of interest here. I don't care for cupboards. Or safes, whatever that is.
That's strange. Only this one spot is empty. But it still has a price tag, just like all the others.
Indeed. Furthermore, there is a part of this cloth that is not covered in dust. Perhaps something was placed here not so long ago.
I see. It sure seems like it. But what could it have been?
The star-shaped mark in the dust. I wonder, could it be related to a certain piece of evidence?
Could it be related to that piece of evidence? That's basically what it just did to me there. Should we check out our logic and see what we got going on? See if there's any... Oh, all we got is prices. Never mind. Fuck that. Abort! Ba-doo-doo-doo. It might relate to that piece of evidence. That one piece, that piece of evidence that you had. The candelabra. Let's check it out. It does have a star at the bottom. That's true. That's true. quite star-shaped. Could be related to that piece of evidence. The prongs of the candelabra are covered in blood, and the shape even matches up with the victim's wounds. Is this the murder weapon of this case? And which case did this come from? It's like this was the piece of evidence from the next case, and that's what makes it like trippy or something. They knew. They knew I'd be on this case. Alright, let's deduce then. Right here, we're gonna deduce!
Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold?
It is related to the candelabra! Eureka! This dust pattern matches up perfectly with the base of the candelabra. It's likely that the killer got the candelabra from this very storeroom.
Does that mean the candelabra was also a piece of evidence?
It's quite possible. However, that is not the issue here. The murder weapon originally came from this storeroom. We must keep that in mind. That still implicates Kay further. That does not help our case. Did that give us new logic? No. None of this is logical. This is where that mask came from, huh?
Don't you think it's kind of creepy how all these masks are lined up in such a dark place?
Emma, are you not good with horror movies?
No way! Horror movies are so unscientific.
So she's scared of them. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny.
It's too early to bust open a can of illogic. Let's see, we got this missing spot. That seems like we have a piece of evidence that has to do with that, perhaps. Various masks are placed here. There's even one of the Steel Samurai. I love that guy.
Indeed, these are fairly high-quality replicas. I'd like some of these of my own.
Scientifically speaking, it's just a bunch of random masks.
It certainly does look like a hodgepodge collection of masks. This hook is...
It looks like a hook to hang a mask from.
I wonder what mask used to be here. Do we have a mask that might fit this spot? I don't know.
Well, actually...
let's see, we gotta look at this one. These are murder case files. Oh, I was trying to click on the mask.
What are those doing here?
By all rights, they should be kept in the prosecutor's building or the courthouse, but it would seem that someone has removed them.
Something is afoot, and we are none the wiser.
We need to figure this out with evidence.
It's Captain Saipan. He's really popular in Europe. All the kids and even the adults dress up like him.
I think the flower on his head would be a little too much.
Beep beep. What about this one? Who's this?
This mask is the mysterious global hero, Onion Capone.
There was a character. Okay, so there was a character in Attack on Titan. It's the first time I've ever heard the name Onion Capone. And so that caught me off guard a little bit. I was like, oh, okay. I thought that was such an interesting name for that character. I wonder where it comes from. Who's Onion Capone? Is he like a historical person or something? Why are you so surprised?
Mr. Edgeworth, don't you know? Everything about this show is shrouded in mystery. From the production company to the broadcast times, even the merchandise is hard to find.
Wouldn't that mean the company simply went bankrupt?
Doesn't that mean it sucks ass? And alternative name for Nayame, the god of the Akan people of Gahana. Oh, that's cool. That's all I get at a glance. So that's what you Googled? That seems pretty interesting. Okay. I'll have to look into that a little bit. I always think that's interesting, looking at mythologies and stuff. It's just a fun word to say, too. Onion Capone. I guess the Capone part always makes me think of Al Capone. Onion Capone.
What TV show are these masks from?
I'm not very familiar with it, but I believe it's called The Students of the Starry School. And I believe there are 6 seasons, and the show gets better by the 4th or 5th one. So I've heard. I'd never seen it. Each member of the class is a hero of justice.
So I guess those red and white caps are a part of their school uniform? And maybe the number of eye slits on the mask corresponds to their class rankings? See, the one on the left is ranked number 1, and the one on the right is ranked number 2, and so on.
Oh, I see. So that's how it works.
If that's the case, the student with the lowest rank would have a mask full of holes.
I guess we'll have to watch the show to find out. Might have to get to season 4 or 5, though.
It's pretty just much of just Attack on Titan stuff in the images, though. Oh, that's funny. So a lot of the the image stuff just comes from that character that I'm talking about. That's funny. Interesting. But I mean, this came out before Attack on Titan ever existed, so definitely must be referenced in other places too, right? That's interesting. What about this one? The Steel Samurai, warrior of Neo-Old Tokyo, and the Nickel Samurai.
The Nickel Samurai always seemed kinda smug by comparison. And his slender build doesn't look cool at all. I definitely prefer the Steel Samurai and his dad bod.
It seems she has good taste.
Well, you should agree with that too, because she likes you as well. Nayame, for Onion Capone, is the god of the Akan people of Gahana. His name means he who knows and sees everything, an omniscient, omnipotent sky goddess in the Akan language. So it's an African thing. Gahana. Oh, that makes sense that Onion Capone in Attack on Titan is a black guy too. Okay, that's interesting. Cool. So it even has more like ties to the fact that the character is black than that, because he's like the only black character, right? Because they end up asking about his homeland and stuff, and he's got some pretty cool insights and stuff for that world, you know? It's pretty cool. Thanks for looking that up, Crispy. Very cool. I'm sure I butchered some of those words. When you think of the heroines from the Steel Samurai universe, she is the first to come to mind.
That's right. I love the Pink Princess too.
Emma, you watch this kind of show? You like it as well? Well, my kind of lady. Does he know everything in the anime? See, you know, I was trying to think about that. Does he? I don't know that he embodies that, but he might know things that other characters don't at sometimes, because that is sort of like, there are parts of his character, so just to try to broad stroke it, is he's a part of like a group of people that they don't necessarily trust, but they end up sort of trusting, and then they get like, some stuff happens where trust is no longer there, and a lot of it's like, when did you know what you know? But that's not really him knowing everything by any means. But he was a part of a group of people that did bring a bunch of knowledge to the people in the wall, so maybe there's something there. I don't know. Maybe I'd have to watch it again with that in mind to see if I could find any things like that. But all I remember the characters, because he's not really a huge character, he's sort of a background character or whatever, kind of like just a tool for the story when it needs it, to be honest. But I just don't want to say too much too, because it's like, it's so easy to give stuff away in Attack on Titan, because like, even knowing that that person ever comes to the people in the wall is probably like a huge spoiler for people, you know? Okay. Okay, I don't know what you mean by that, but all right. People in the wall? Well, it's not. That wouldn't be the part that's surprising. No, I wouldn't go that far.
Really? Since you had a Steel Samurai figure in your office, I thought for sure.
So even Emma has noticed it. Damn it. I'm being found out.
I guess it's time to deduce, huh? Let's deduce! Just saying okay to what you're saying. Like, oh yeah, I see, okay, gotcha. Just never heard anybody say okay like that. I guess I would have thought, see, I'm glad I asked, right? I didn't assume, because I would have thought you were being like, okay, shut up, I get it, whatever, you know? Because that's what that sounds like to me. When someone says okay, usually it's like, okay, shut up, please, I'm done listening to whatever you're saying. And so I'm glad that I asked, because if I would have assumed that, I would have been more offended, you know what I mean? That's why you don't assume people are trying to be assholes, right? It's text, so it's so hard to know. That clicky thing reminds me of a claw machine. That clicky thing reminds you of... What do you mean? The clicky thing? I don't know what you mean by that. I think it is connected to evidence we hold. Jammin' Ninja Mask. Here we go. Eureka! The Jammin' Ninja Mask that Kay had with her. Perhaps it was originally attached to this hook.
That sounds plausible, scientifically speaking. In other words, Kay came here?
It's quite likely, but for what purpose? Well, I think we found out that she fell down here, right? I thought that was the going hypothesis.
Maybe she was going to steal something from this place.
A great thief who steals the truth. Huh.
No, I don't think we can answer that question at this time. But we didn't get anything from it? Weird. They want 50,000 for each of those masks, dude. Maybe she stole them, because of the money, dude. All right, let's investigate some other areas. There's a lot to investigate in this room. It's jam-packed, dude. You're choosing something quick. Oh, gotcha. That thing. I gotcha. Oh. Forgot to switch screens. Not sure the target. Not sure what you call that. I see what you. Yeah, when I'm on like the bottom screen and trying to like click on something. Yeah, I think that's usually supposed to be like the spot that's underneath the stylus or your finger when you're touching it. Yeah, I think I see what you mean though. Like when I'm going to deduce. So like pick up the evidence.
Scientifically speaking, this must be a wooden icebox. This chain is tied around to keep the cold from escaping. Probably.
No, Emma. Wouldn't this be a costume trunk? It's made from wood that repels bugs in order to protect the clothes inside.
Ah, I see. Of course. That's another possible theory.
I think it would be like cedar, right? Cedar chests are like that. They have they repel bugs or whatever.
If her clothes are stored in a cold place, it would be a nice and cool to wear in the summer.
What? She's pulling a Mai on me right now, dude.
I guess she's sticking to her icebox theory.
She's like, well, it would definitely be cold in there. There's a transceiver sitting next to all these trophies.
It seems like they were lined up together on purpose.
Looks like it's still got batteries in it. Might come in handy later, so I'll pick them up for now. I'll be sure to put it to good use before I turn it into the police.
That sounds just like what a certain great thief would say.
Are you sure you're not Kay and that's Emma over there?
Wow, talk about a bad taste. I've never seen such a gaudy desk before. Just what kind of person would use something like this?
Probably red white, probably would, from Blue Corp.
The tabletop is being supported by 4 naked men. The design is quite painful to look at.
Yes, that is Red's desk from the very first case in the first game. That's Red's desk. That's cool.
It certainly is in poor taste.
Maybe this is also related to one of your past cases.
No, none of the cases I handled involved a person with such bad taste. But perhaps that person had a case like that.
No, or at least I hope not.
There's a briefcase full of cash. There's a huge stack of money piled up here. How unrefined. Use a bank. Disgusting. Filthy cash.
They're all $100 bills. Talk about big bucks.
Big bucks. Sacks of cash found in the storeroom. A big deal went down here. And then, hold on. A big deal went down and then they left all the money here? It's like the money is just the leftover shit. That's just the paraphernalia that just gets left over after the deal. They don't actually take the money. It just gets brought to the deal and then it's just like trash. It's a byproduct of a transaction. It's just stacks of cash.
So how many times your yearly salary do you think this is worth?
Leave my salary out of this. And this is only a fraction of what I make. This is from the Steel Samurai case from the Phoenix Renegades.
What's this? It looks like a giant head.
If I recall, this is the head of Miss Monkey.
I believe it was a case I was involved with. It's from a case I was involved with in the past. It's impressive how they were able to get such a large object into this room.
Miss Monkey? Huh. That doesn't really have a nice ring to it. Maybe you remember the name wrong, Mr. Edgeworth.
Impossible.
That can't be true.
Insolence. This statue. It was from the last game too. The last investigation games, maybe?
Yes. Is this some sort of new fact?
No, this is evidence from a case that I was previously involved in.
I believe it was called the Alice Red statue. There was supposed to be two of them. One real and one fake, but no matter which one this is, it's unnatural for it to turn up in a place like this.
It's funny how they did that twice, because they had those other Pretty Medu statues as well. Where one was supposed to be fake and the other one was real. That's interesting.
Mr. Edgeworth, you've really seen a lot of cases, huh?
And that's all just been in a weekend.
Gotcha!
Look who it is! Oh my god! It's Miss Hart, guys. Guess what she's got a lot of?
Yippee-ki-yay! I got me a scoop! Ah!
My eyes, I'm blinded.
Yeehaw! You ain't getting away from the great Lotta's camera that easily. I reckon y'all must be criminals. I'ma snap 16 shots before y'all can say cheese. We're not criminals. Really? You ain't fooling my camera of justice with those words.
You are.
Huh? Ain't that a heinous prosecutor from back then?
Who are you calling heinous? She's a whole lot of woman. Oh, hell yeah. Her afro has gotten smaller. I swear it was like it sat up higher, you know? Looks like they've tamed it a little bit.
This is Lotta Hart. She's a photographer I've dealt with during the past cases. I say her distinctive accent and her chatterbox mouth haven't changed a bit. Disgusting. Disgusting country trash.
Maybe it's her headband. Yeah, maybe. Maybe she got a different headband.
Just look at that face. You're obviously up to no good.
Nope. Don't switch voices, Don. That was an accident.
It seems she has a bad impression of us.
Now it's time to pay your dues. Stand still while I photograph y'all. We only came here to investigate. Lies! You think you can fool me like that? Mr. Edgeworth, she's not listening at all.
She seems harmless. Just leave her be for now. Just let her have her little picture show or whatever. Whatever she does.
So, what are y'all folks doing in a suspicious place like this?
I was about to ask you the very same question. Why are you here?
For the people of the world, and for myself. I'm a social justice photographer after all. So I gotta take photo after photo after photo for my big scoop.
It seems I won't be able to talk to her normal. It seems I won't be able to talk to her normally when she's like this.
Perhaps we'll have to play some logic chess. Or something. So when she's like this, is there something else I need to do? I wanted to look at there's the... Can I not look at that? Maybe Uncle Ray needs to... Oh, there we go. Examine.
Earlier, you said that this was evidence from a case that you were involved with. At any rate, you've got to admit that this is a very strange statue.
Okay, it's not looking at the luggage. It's the Alice Red statue.
Huh?
This is the Alice Red statue.
But it doesn't look all red to me. Wait, the name is written here. Aleph Red statue. Aleph Red. All is red. All is red. Aleph Red.
Hmm? What are you mumbling to yourself over there?
No, it's nothing. Come on, let's examine some other places.
Hmm?
Nani? Dude, let's talk to Kay.
Yes? Can I help you with something?
No, we don't have anything to say to Kay. We've already talked to her as much as we can. Oh man, Uncle Ray's heart is pounding up a storm. Surrounded by so many cutie pies in such a small, cramped room. Ha-cha-cha, Uncle Ray is delighted. Mr. Shields, please try to be more serious. It was just a joke. Uncle Ray's keeping a close watch over little Kay, so you can continue your investigation without worry.
You watching over Kay is exactly what I'm worried about. You know everyone can see your erection, right?
What? Uncle Ray wears tight underwear this morning. Okay, we couldn't talk to Lana while she's in this state. Let's try to talk to her again.
So, what are y'all folks doing in a suspicious place like this?
Da-da-da. Why are you here? Take photo after photo. Okay, I can't do anything with Lana. They just made Lana pop up, and now I can't do anything with her? I just want to do stuff with Lana, dude. Examine.
Look, check it out! This lift has a sturdy platform and a solid steel supports. According to my calculations, it should be able to support the weight of 50 Mr. Edgeworths.
Oh, that's so funny. I love how they do that, because that's exactly what Phoenix would do with pearls. He would talk about how many pearls he could fit on stuff. He could probably fit like 10 pearls on that couch. I doubt there was enough space for that many people. Seems to be used for moving goods.
I wonder about that. If you pack them real tight, they just might fit. All 50 of them.
Impossible. I require a few feet of space between me and the next person. My personal bubble is quite large. That aside, there are still some more places in this storeroom we need to examine. We'll examine the lift after we finished our investigation here.
Impossible, huh? Then how about 45? No, we might even be able to fit 48 people.
So we haven't investigated everything yet? We looked at this. We looked at this, right? There's a transceiver. Yep, we did that. Can I just look at the mannequin? No, it's the same thing. Maybe I need to look at some evidence. Do we get anything new? Just the stuffed animal. You can't check them either. Did we get any new logic? Let me see. I don't know if we had any logic or not. Prices in big bucks. Well, okay. I think that kind of sounds like they might be connected. I'm not so sure. Let's find out. And logic! From the price tags attached to the pieces of evidence, and that huge stash of cash. It's clear that the buying and selling of evidence was being carried out here.
In the hidden 51st floor? Evidence was being trafficked. This clearly means something.
Are we gonna connect Courtney to all this? God, I hope so. That'd be so awesome to take Courtney down. She's such a bitch. It seems further investigation is needed. About the dealings that went on in this place.
If only there was a witness, we could just ask them.
A witness?
Is that why Kay lost her memory? They, like, made her lose her memory? Because, I mean, in this world, it's super easy to lose a memory. All you gotta do is take a hit to the noggin. You don't remember a thing, dude. All of a sudden, you don't even know who you are. It's happened, like, at least 3 times, dude. Let's see if we can't talk to Kay now. Or Lotta. Was Lotta maybe the witness? Maybe that's the whole thing. No, nothing for Kay. Maybe we're gonna ask Lotta about if she was a witness. So why did you come here?
For the people of the world and for myself. I'm a social justice photographer, after all. Social justice?
Then allow me to guess the reason why you came here. Was it perhaps to expose the illegal evidence traffic?
Oh, I get it. You were trying to get a scoop on the secret dealings. Huh? Y'all know that much already? Well, I reckon there ain't no reason to hide it anymore. My sources tell me that there's some kind of black market auction being held around these parts.
What did you say? So then, all this evidence here is...
Yep. They're the goods for the auction. There's a lot of dirty money flying around here. I wanted to try and catch it with my own 2 eyes. My source gave me a whole bunch of info, but if I figured just hearing about it ain't enough, seeing is believing after all. So I've been staking out this place from behind this here statue since yesterday. The auction took place late last night and went on till the early morning.
A murder on the night of the black market auction. Could the 2 events be related?
I'm gonna ask her about the auction.
Black market dealings in the Grand Tower. Guess I really hit the mother lode this time.
Were all the items in the auction pieces of evidence?
There was some normal stuff too, like stolen art and the like.
Stolen art's pretty normal. Pretty normal. Everybody has some stolen art, right?
I wouldn't consider stolen art to be normal.
But I reckon the evidence was the star of the show here. These folks are law fanatics, trying to get their hands on the latest goods from the police. So that's why you wanted to get pictures of So that's why you wanted to get pictures of Miss Hart? Pretty much. They were meeting right under this very storeroom. So I watched him from up there.
You said you were here since yesterday. Did you witness this entire event?
It was a black market auction after all. They followed a fairly detailed procedure. First, the participants entered the storeroom from the viewing platform one at a time.
Oh, she's gonna draw us a map and everything. Nice.
When they got in, they each took one of those masks on the wall over there. Funny thing about those masks, they're all equipped with voice changers, itty-bitty ones. That way they wouldn't be recognized. They wanted to protect their anonymity? You mean their anonymity? Yeah, that's it. Their anonymity.
Why not just say identity and make things easier for all of us?
After putting on the mask, they'd go down the lift. And the next fella would come right in. On the way back, it was the exact same thing, but in reverse. They'd come up, one by one, return the mask, and head up out of the storeroom. Wow, that's pretty thorough.
Mask data jotted down in my organizer, worn by the participants of the auction. Many different types were provided. How many participants were there?
11 people altogether. I counted each of them as they made their way down.
Entered as the storeroom from roof at one at a time. Exited the same way. Interesting. What happened?
I'll have you know I wasn't just laid up behind this statue the entire time.
Then where were you in the beginning?
The beginning? Well, don't you worry yourself about that, you hear?
Oh, it sounds like she's doing something sketchy, dude.
So she was hiding behind the statue the entire time.
I watched the folks coming in and lurking in the shadows. All secret agent-like. Note to self, secret agents like to lurk in the shadows. And then, they used that lift over there to get down to the auction site. After they all went down, I watched the whole thing from the lift.
But that lift stayed down the entire time.
No, it came back up. But there's a tiny gap in the floor there. There's a bit of space between the floor and the lift platform, you see. So I could just use about everything that I could see just about everything that was going on down there.
Then did you see the person who was conducting the auction?
What? Well, yeah. You betcha I did. What kind of story would this be if I didn't know the conductor was, who the conductor was?
The conductor, huh? Seems I'll need to ask her for more details.
Can you tell me about this conductor? I'm hitting the wrong buttons. Do you have any more information about this so-called conductor?
You know, I came here to get me a scoop. What makes you think I'll give up my info with you all willy-nilly? Damn it. What makes you think I'll give up my info to you all willy-nilly?
Hey, Shyla, what's up? Meow. Thank you for the cat meow. How are you, Shyla? Hopefully you're doing well. How's it going? How are you? You moved. I did move. I did indeed move. It's not complete yet. I still have some trips I gotta make. This Saturday, my cousin's going to help me try to get the rest of all the little stuff out of there. It's Vince's wife. She's gonna help me out. So yeah, we're getting there. But you know, I live here now. I sleep here and everything, so that's cool. But yeah, it's been a bit of a roller coaster though. Definitely had some unexpected things come up, which I kind of like assumed stuff like that would happen, but it sucks because of the anxiety is really the worst part. I get so anxious. There's still so many things I need to do. Yeah, there was just like a gas leak at my heater or whatever that I had to have the gas company come out last night, and they had to turn off my gas and everything so that my house would stop filling up with gas. And so then I had to call. Well, the thing that was annoying about that is that the sellers were supposed to have they had the heater maintenance, right? So part of the maintenance, I got the receipt for it, was that they're supposed to check for gas leaks and stuff, and they're supposed to guarantee their service and everything. And so I was like, okay, well, if they guarantee the service, hopefully I can just call them and they'll be understanding that they fucked up when they did the service and they'd come and fix it. They were not understanding at all. It's not that they didn't get what I was trying to say. It's the fact that I wasn't the one who called them. It was the previous owners of the house. So it was like they were just like basically using a technicality on me so that they could charge me, I guess. So they didn't help you. I mean, they are helping me, but they didn't do it for free. That was the problem. So they were going to come out and help me. And so the guy came out here, and it was like $100 just to have him come out here. And then he looked at the situation and let me know how much it was going to cost, and it was going to cost me like $700. All in all, I think he said he was going to help me out and just not charge me the 100 for showing up and just charge me for everything, so it was gonna be $6, but still it's like $600. What the fuck, dude? Like I have so many other things that I need to spend money on, and you guys are the ones that fucked it up. This is your fault, so this is like really annoying to me. Yeah, they're charging you when the service is guaranteed. Yeah, exactly. But the thing is, they didn't guarantee me. They guaranteed the last person. And so since the last person isn't doing anything, I guess maybe I could get them to come out for free if I would have made the seller talk to him, I guess. Yeah, it's a stupid technicality. Absolutely. You have no idea how fucking frustrated I was. Maybe you can understand a little bit because it is a frustrating thing, obviously. But I was so fucking mad. But anyways, I was like about to have them do everything too. He was about to like go get his tools, and then thankfully Panda in the Discord reminded me by asking me, he's like, "What? You don't have like any insurance or anything that can cover that? Because that's insane or whatever." Because I was telling him about the price, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I have a home warranty that the sellers bought me." And so I looked at the home warranty, and the guy was nice enough. The technician was nice enough to sort of talk me through how that process works. He sat there and waited while I called the warranty company and to see if we couldn't just have him still do the service and them get reimbursed or whatever. So he was very accommodating in that way, and he was very nice. So I appreciate it. And he gave me a lot of good information. I don't have to go into it, but he's basically set me up to have a consultation for trying to get my car charger equipped because I want to, have like a fast charger in my garage. So it was not for nothing, but that guy sounds nice, at least. That's cool. Yeah, he was super knowledgeable, super professional. I gotta say, like, being professional goes a long way for me. I love it when people are very clear and professional. He would talk a little bit more than he needed to, because he would tell me, he would go through every detail of every option. He was like, we could do this, 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 and this, or we could do this, 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 and this, or we could do. And I was like, okay, dude, like, a lot of these steps are the same across these different options, so can we speed it up? There's a little bit of that, but I appreciated his like willingness to go that far, though. Like, that's a very professional thing, especially for someone like me who doesn't really know anything about this stuff, because I've never been an adult that's had to maintain a fucking HVAC system. But anyway, so I called the warranty, and now it turns out it's only going to be $100, but somebody else had to do it. They have their own contractors under the warranty, so I have to set up a different handyman to come out, and it's only going to be $100 to do this $600 job. So, not a big deal. Bullet dodged. And I signed up for a plan to have the company that the guy I got to come out here. They will do, like, for $16 a month, I become a member, and then 4 times a year they'll come out and service my system for free, like covered under that fee. And normally, just to have them come out and do that, it's like almost $200. So it's apparently pretty good deal, it sounds like to me. So we had a plumber at the last house take a huge dump in our toilet. Really? What the fuck, dude? I mean, when you gotta go, but come on, dude. What the hell? I mean, did he leave it there? I hope he didn't leave it there. I guess maybe he must have if he knew. Or was it just like he fucking destroyed that toilet? It's like nobody could go in there for 3 days after that guy was there. But yeah, that was some of the drama I went through today. I've been having such bad anxiety. I'm like almost like, I feel like if it was more potent, I would have had panic attacks by now. But I think it's just been like low levels of anxiety because I'm dealing with it, but it's just so constant. And I felt like I haven't been able to just like relax, because I always have something else I need to do, because there's still like 1,000 things I need to do to get my house, livable. So yeah, that's why I really want to stream, and I have not canceled streams, is because it's like the place that I can go and forget about all that stuff. It's so much easier to forget about all the anxieties and stuff of home ownership or just buying a house or whatever. And honestly, that's why it's been the weirdest thing that everybody treats buying a house like I'm having a baby. It's like the funniest thing. Literally, like every single person I say, "Oh yeah, I just bought a house," they was like, "Oh my gosh, that's so great! I'm so happy for you." And it's just like, I'm not having a fucking baby. I just got a mortgage, which is like a fucking life debt. Like, come on, it's not that. It's not like a fucking baby, dude. I mean, a baby also gets you probably in a lot of debt too. Don't get me wrong, but like, at least, I don't know, a baby's more special to me than a fucking house. But it's just funny. It's just been the funniest thing. Like, I'm not mad at anybody for it, but it's just funny, like the stark contrast between how I feel about it and how everybody else feels about it. It's like, yeah, you're not the one who has the responsibility of fucking doing this transition, okay? But don't get me wrong. I like that people do that. I just think it's a funny phenomenon that I noticed about buying a house. Everybody's like, oh my God. Baby equal life debt for sure, right? Yeah, yeah, for sure. Definitely a lot of life debt there. But yeah, I guess I was trying to get more like talk about how the word mortgage comes from like death price or death debt or something like that. The word mortgage actually translates, I think, like into the original like Latin or whatever the fuck it comes from, into like life debt. Like it's a debt that follows you to your grave. Anyways, back to the game. Let's not talk about that.
So what makes you think I'll give up my info to you all willy-nilly?
Basically, what you're saying is you don't know.
Ah, I see. So that's why she won't answer. What can I say? I couldn't even tell how old they were. Or if they were a guy or a gal.
Probably because they were wearing their pointy white hoods, weren't they? Those sons of bitches. Mortgage like more, yeah. Or mortician, yeah. It's got the same root word, which is death, right? More meaning like death, I think. Exactly. I remember when I heard that, I was like, that makes sense, and it's also sort of like a really fucked up thing to call it in a way, you know? Like, what a sad thing to call it. It doesn't really have happy ideas coming from that, yeah? Can you tell me what the person was wearing at the time?
They had on a white jacket with a purple flower, and they were wearing all white gloves and a white pointed hood. But, you know, that don't mean much when I have no earthly clue who they are. Damn it, stumbling all over this. So the conductor's identity was hidden, just like the participants? That's right. They had on a mask and a voice changer, just like everyone else.
What kind of mask did this person wear?
It was a Zervin mask, I reckon.
Zervin? What in blazes is that supposed to be?
Mr. Edgeworth, you don't know about Zervin? He's a sworn enemy of global hero Onion Capone. Zervin, the ruler of time. Seriously, who hasn't heard of him?
Most people, I'd imagine. Sounds like that show sucks.
So fucked, right? I'm glad I'm not the only one who thinks that. It's crazy. Since the conductor wore a mask, I assume you were not able to see their face.
Not even a teeny weeny bit. And after I came all this way for my big scoop, this whole story's turning out to be nothing but fool's gold.
I mean, there definitely is something happening, though. Conductor's clothes. The conductor wore a white jacket with a purple flower, white gloves, and a mask. Age and gender unknown. I mean, we know somebody who's wearing that exact outfit, don't we? And I think she goes by Jill. And that's not my right hand. That's literally that's right.
That set of clothes seems familiar. Perhaps I should show her that piece of evidence.
Oh, hell yeah, we should. I know a piece of evidence. We need to show her that piece of evidence. Let's see. The autopsy report, I guess, is what he means by that. It's got a picture of her. Oh, I gotta go to present, you dummy. Dun, 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 dun. You said the conductor the conductor wore a white jacket with a purple flower and white gloves.
That's right. They sure look spiffy for a criminal mastermind.
Miss Hart, did they look anything like this?
Hey, that's it! That's a conductor! Hold your horses! Are you telling me the conductor is dead?
She is the victim of a case we are investigating.
Her name is Jill Crane. Have you heard of her?
Jill Crane, is that somehow a pun? Jill Crane. Jill Crane. I mean, the crane, you mentioned the crane game earlier, Crispy. Or a claw game, that's what that one's called, not crane game. The crane game would be something else with a more like a... What Jill Crane? I don't know. If you guys have any ideas why that's punny somehow, because it's gotta be, right? Almost everybody's name's a pun.
Can't say I have. So she was a lady, huh? What kind of gal dresses like that? She gets her kicks by fooling me into thinking she's a guy?
Or maybe you have a narrow-minded view of gender roles. I doubt that her intention was to deceive you. Setting that aside, we have established something of major importance. The victim was the conductor of the black market auction.
I see. So the conductor was killed. Then that might explain.
Explain what, Miss Hart?
No, it's nothing, honest. Miss Hart, you clearly sounded suspicious just now. And I'm telling you, I ain't. Can't be.
Sorry, were you trying to say something?
No, I ain't. I ain't said nothing. Please don't be like that. Just tell us. How many times do I gotta tell y'all I'm a journalist? Information is what pays the bills. I can't just go around spouting everything I know. I've already said too much. I got nothing left to say to y'all. Then, what if I found some fingerprints for you? What good would that do to me? I don't want none of your dusty old prints. Why don't you two follow my example and do some investigating of your own? Oh, I guess you won't tell us anything.
Not to worry, Emma. Just leave it to me. I have a certain method of drawing out information from those who wish to hide it. It's called waterboarding. If my opponent's lips are sealed, I will be the one to unseal them. Let us begin. Assistant hand, I appreciate you. First, let's analyze my opponent's demeanor.
I ain't telling you nothing. So quit wasting my time.
She seems rather impatient, as if she's trying to cut off the conversation.
I must be careful with my time. I won't have long to consider my responses. I'm almost certain that she's hiding something from me. Sounds like a moment we should do a scum save. Save state. And slot 1. There we go. I usually do full screen for these. That's where I'll begin my attack. Now, time for my first move. Logic chess, begin. Give me the information, let's calm down and talk this over. Don't you think you're overacting a bit? Let's just calm down.
I'm always calm. Now leave me alone.
Alright, just calm down. You don't look calm to me. Wait and see. Usually I have to wait and see. I forget how this works. It's like when she's mad is when I don't want to do it, right? Maybe I should have used one of those there.
A real journalist always keeps her cool.
Speaking of journalists, I have something interesting to tell you. A few days ago, I met another self-proclaimed journalist. She spoke with an accent quite similar to your own. That was the first one.
She spoke like me? Then maybe it was.
Oh, are they gonna know each other? Yes, it was your student. It was your sister. It was your sister. Haven't you realized it yet? I have you cornered. There's no way this is gonna work, yeah.
What are you yapping about? All you're doing is wasting my time.
Ah, that was a wasted remark.
I've had enough of your time wasting shenanigans. You'd best skedaddle now.
Ah, shoot, I messed up. Hold on, let's reload that scum save. I should have just kept waiting, maybe? I mean, I definitely didn't feel very confident about it. I was just gonna go for it. Let's calm down, talk this over. Don't you think you're overreacting? I mean, come on, you seem a little hysterical. Wait and see. We met another journalist that also speaks just like you. Maybe she's also from the country, perhaps. Wait and see.
You ain't saying nothing, I ain't saying nothing either.
I was too passive. Okay, I did need to say it was her student. I guess we're supposed to remember her saying something about being a student? Or having a teacher? Miss Hart is getting increasingly impatient, as if she's trying to cut off the conversation. Alright, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. It was your student, Nicole Swift. She had a distinct way of speaking, one very much like your own. Furthermore, she said that she had a mentor. Could she have been referring to you? See, I don't remember her saying that.
Oh, so you know Nicole? Well, ain't that a fun little coincidence? Where'd y'all meet? Wait, no, stop trying to get me to spill the beans. Phew, that was a close call.
It seems that she lets down her guard when she talks about Miss Swift. This could be a useful clue.
Give me the information. I want you to tell me everything that you know right now.
No way, Jose. I ain't spilling my guts to someone who I have no connection with.
Perhaps I should use that clue. I am acquainted with your apprentice. You say I have no connection with you, Miss Hart. But don't we have a mutual acquaintance with your apprentice?
Nope. Well, that's... I reckon it would be mighty cruel of me to give Nicole's friends the cold shoulder.
Then why don't you share with us what you know?
Well, when you put it like that, I guess I could let you on a little bit on my... Nope. I ain't falling for your nasty tricks. No, sirree.
Your school? What is a school?
No, just forget it. It ain't nothing important.
Do you have a scoop? Such a slip of the tongue is hardly becoming of a journalist. You have a scoop, don't you? Now tell us what it is.
All right. You got me. I had me a perfect scoop. But I ain't telling you what it is. I'm gonna sell the story to a publisher.
The information she is hiding could be vital to the investigation. I need to make her talk. Oh my god, is there a gnat in here? No. No, not gnats, not here. Is that a gnat? Or is that a fly? I don't see it anymore. Please, please, don't do this to me. Fucking Jackie's still outside. There's no way I could have, if it was Jackie, I could have brought it over. Anyway. Next, I will press her on the contents of her scoop. What is in your scoop? What is that? Is it a pooper scooper? I've heard people talk of this. Pooping and scooping before. Drink, please. Thank you. Take it away. She may be quick to lose her temper, but she's even quicker to lose her tongue. She is not a difficult opponent. Now, to extract the information I need. Is it related to the black market auction? Is it related to some sort of incident? Black market auction, I guess? Maybe the incident would have been a better one to go with first. Does the scoop of yours have something to do with the black market auction? Oh shit, I should have... I'll do a save state in slot 2 for that.
What are you talking about? I don't know nothing about that.
Weren't you in the middle of infiltrating the black market auction? The only logical conclusion is that your story has something to do with it.
You ain't getting any answers from me. I didn't hear nothing.
Did you hear something from Miss Swift? Haven't you realized it yet? I have you cornered. Okay, that was not the right thing to do yet. still gonna have enough time after that. Ooh, that was a bad one. Yeah, I get it. Give me another chance. Let's talk about the other incident. Let's check that out before we reload our save. Does your story pertain to an incident of some kind?
Well, maybe it does. And maybe it doesn't.
That's hardly a clear answer. In fact, that's the opposite of a clear answer.
Well, why are you always hollering at me? I ain't done nothing wrong. I just snuck in to do some investigative reporting.
You were trespassing. Go sneak around. You were trespassing. You didn't do anything wrong. That's a bold statement. Considering you're currently trespassing on private property. Oh, there we go.
Hey, you're doing it too. Well, I guess the prosecutors got the right to investigate wherever they please.
I probably shouldn't mention anything about the current state of my employment. Keep that between you and me.
There are far worse people in the world, you know. I don't reckon I'm a saint compared to folks who murder.
Tell me you've committed murder. Oh, damn it. Is your scoop about a murder is what I should have said. All right, let's go back to that load state. It doesn't let me skip these. Wait and see. Okay, no. I need the evidence from the other one, I think. Fuck, I probably saved it at the wrong spot. Let's see if I can do this one fast enough. Change to an incident. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. That's not very clear. What the hell? Why are you always hollering at me? I did nothing wrong. Just snuck in to do some investigating. You were trespassing. You didn't do anything wrong. Everything you do is wrong. Come on, Lotta. Talk a little bit faster, girl. Oh, damn it. I said, don't you tell me you committed a murder. Fuck, that's the wrong thing. Let's just take this and start over from the beginning with a fresh bar, knowing where to go.
You best skedaddle now.
Shoot. Game over. All right, here we go. I can't give up now. I have to stand my ground. All right, let's do a new save state in 1. Now let's try this again. Do I start from the very beginning? Oh no, there we go. You're trespassing. Got $5 in my wallet. That must be been hidden in there half a year. Oh wow, nice. Some tasty bee sting cake from the bakery. Hell yeah, do it. Sounds good. What's a bee sting cake? I assume honey's involved. I've never heard of that kind of cake. Is your scoop about a murder incident? Considering what you just mumbled, is it possible your scoop has something to do with a murder incident?
Hey, I was only talking in general terms just now. I mean, anyone would look like a bag of roses compared to a murderer, right?
It sounds like you're just making excuses to me.
All I did was gather info on a black market auction. A murder incident? I don't know anything about that. I ain't seen or heard nothing.
I don't have enough clues to proceed with this line of questioning. Maybe I should try another line of attack. Okay, so I was on the right track with that one. Okay. Does a scoop of yours have something to do with the black market auction? Did you hear something at the auction? You didn't hear what exactly? What was it that you didn't hear? Reverse psychology or something. Or try to look like flavored almonds or something on top. It sounds good on a fluffy cake with cream in the middle. Okay, so the cream in the middle is the bee sting, huh? So it's supposed to be like, I don't know, that when I think about it that way, that sounds less appetizing. Like if it's supposed to look like an actual bee sting. That seems kind of gross. And the cream is like pus in it. Gross. No, thank you. No, I'm sure it's delicious. Sounds good. Switching to standing mode real quick. Still good. Ooh, gotta stand up. Oh. And when you put it that way, right? Yeah. It's like, well, they named it that. I mean, what am I not supposed to think about that? Go. Feels good. Maybe it's like a fluffy bee filled with honey cream. Yes, that's better. But the sting part, still don't know where the sting part comes from. Oh yeah, I get you. Move that over here. There we go. You didn't hear what exactly? Did you hear something during the auction?
No, I just heard a weird sound, is all.
A weird sound that sounded like someone saying something illegal?
Perhaps. It ain't even worth mentioning. In my article, just forget about it.
There's no question. Something happened during the black market auction. She heard a strange sound. This could be a useful clue.
Okay, so is this related to some sort of incident? Does your story pertain to some kind of incident? Da-da-da-da. You were trespassing. Do-do-do-do. Is your scoop about a murder incident? Considering what you just mumbled, is it possible your scoop is something to do with a murder incident?
Hey, I was only talking in general terms just now. I mean, anyone look like a bag of roses compared to a murderer, right?
Sounds like you're just making excuses to me.
All I did was gather info on a black market auction. A murder incident? I don't know anything about that. I ain't seen or heard nothing.
Perhaps I should use that clue. Did you hear a strange sound? Didn't you say you heard something strange during the auction? If it stuck out to you so much, it must have been a sound that you would normally... Wait. It must not have been a sound you would normally hear. I was trying to word that differently. For example, the screams of a murder victim.
Nah. So how do you keep figuring everything out so quick? That's right. I stumbled upon a murder in the middle of my stakeout. But please don't make me say any more. This is the biggest scoop I've had in a while.
The murder that she overheard. It most likely is the same incident we are currently investigating. This is bound to be crucial information. I'll finish this by confirming the credibility of her information. Alright, new checkpoint. She has nowhere left to turn. It's time to deal the final blow. As we save our state. Tell me more about the incident. Are you still holding something from me? Did you really stumble upon a murder? Are you still holding something from me? Tell me the truth. I know you're still hiding something from me.
I ain't hiding nothing from nobody. I ain't done told you. I've already told you everything I know.
Shouting at her didn't work. I don't have enough clues to proceed with this line of questioning. Maybe I should try another line of attack. Did you really stumble upon a murder? Did you really stumble upon a murder?
You call me a liar? Them's fighting words.
It's a fight you want. It's a fight you'll get. Now wait and see. Calm down.
I'm a bona fide journalist. I would never publish lies in my articles. Faster and more accurate than anyone. That's my motto.
Her motto, huh? This could be a useful clue. I should keep it in mind.
Tell me more about the incident. Tell me what you know about the murder incident, in full detail.
Well, my memory ain't what it used to be. Not much I can talk about. I ain't the most attentive gal in the world, you see.
Perhaps I should use that clue. Isn't accuracy part of your motto? I'd hardly expect a bona fide journalist to be so inattentive. Didn't you just say your motto is to be faster and more accurate than anyone?
Well, that's...
As I expected. The credibility of your information is suspect.
But I know what I heard. I even got proof.
Oh, you have proof? You have proof? You have proof. How is that possible? Explain yourself at once.
I got me some Wait, you heard that? Well, I was just talking to myself. Y'all got on, you all go on and pay no mind.
It seems she is still hiding something. This is an important clue. I need to use it effectively.
Are you still hiding something? Tell me the truth. I know you're still hiding something from me.
I ain't hiding nothing from nobody. I already told you everything I know.
Perhaps I should use that clue. You still haven't told me everything. That's the clue. Isn't there something you haven't told me yet? You have evidence regarding the incident you witnessed. Something definitive enough to publish in an article.
Nah! What in tarnation? Let me off the hook already. Fine. I'll tell you everything. I'll even show you the photo. I took it the photo I took if you stop harassing me. That good enough for you?
Checkmate. Fill me back up. Logic chess complete!
I lost. I really lost. The mouth of the South has been defeated.
Now then, it's time to come clean. Tell me everything that you know. I won fair and square. Come on. Just give it up. Does yelling at someone ever get them confused? I've seen some American guys do it. What do you call them? Where they talk to someone in a room. I don't like being yelled at. Does yelling at someone ever get them to confess? No, not from what I've seen. I've seen some American guys do it. Like, have you seen like it in movies? Is that what you mean by seeing American guys do it? I've watched a lot of true crime, and American people they usually use the Reed system, which involves like no yelling. I mean, I've never watched every case. There probably are people who are bad at their job, but it's not like a tactic that Americans use. From everything I've seen, they use the Reed system, which is a specific set of steps. No, I forgot what they're called. Hold on. Oh, okay. Yeah, let me know what you mean. Like security footage of interrogations. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about interrogation footage. I'm not sure what you mean. If you don't mean what I'm talking about, because an interrogation is when they like sit and question them, right? And maybe you're talking about like government, like military espionage stuff, but I wouldn't know anything about that. I don't think anybody would really know the true details about that. I can't imagine that stuff is unclassified. But all I would have is movies to go off of there. I know that we don't. A lot of people, most people, I think the country at large doesn't support torture or anything, if that's what you mean. But I doubt yelling would ever get somebody to confess, though. Just personally, my opinion is I don't think that would really be all that effective. Maybe the right person, but I think it's more than yelling. You know, you have to like say the right things too. You can't just yell anything, right? Use different tactics. I've seen one of them try yelling and accusing the guy of a murder. Just wondering if that tactic ever works. Yeah, probably not. I assume not. I've never seen it work. Honestly, I don't think I've ever seen someone do that. Actually, no, there was one video from the true crime where they were talking about a bad example, but it wasn't a tactic. It was just a dude that was a douchebag, you know. And in that case, I'm not saying. Apparently, you've seen something where they're using it as a tactic. I've only ever seen it used as an example of a shitty cop. It's not usually a tactic, because someone who yells is getting emotional about it, because the whole point is an interrogation is not be emotional about it, I think, you know, because you're trying to get information. It's not about justice or anything either. It's like just about getting information. These are nicer and try to make the person comfortable. That's a part of the read system, yeah. Yeah, that's what you're describing. One thing to check out is there's two channels. If you've never, you might even heard of them, because I know you watch some true crime stuff, Crispy. But the ones I usually hear a lot about that stuff is in Explore With Us, or EWU as they call it, EWU. Explore With Us. They have like professionals that analyze interrogation footage, and they talk about the steps of the technique, and they point out when they're using it and everything. And JCS, they no longer do videos, but it's like JCS I think kind of spawned Explore With Us, but JCS was another group of like all these professionals that would put out these videos of analyzing murderers and stuff, and yeah, they use the raw footage from the interrogations and talk about the read system and some other systems, but the read system is like the most widely used one, it seems like. Yeah, and I don't think in any of those videos, besides that one example of a bad cop, I've ever seen one yell. Maybe I've seen that one. I know the name of some channels, but not off the top of my head. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, I only watch a few of them, because most of the ones I try, I feel like I'm really not into the ones that try to be all super spooky about it, and so I usually don't watch those ones as much. Which Explore With Us sometimes has those. They have a few people who host, and there's a few of them that do like too much of that voice, you know what I mean? Like, it was one dark and spooky night when they did this. Or, you know, I hate that stuff. Like, I just write infotainment. Just, if you can't tell an interesting story with your regular voice, then I'm not gonna like this one with a spooky voice. You know what I mean? He was a shitty cop too, the one I saw in the video. Oh yeah, but I'm sure the guy I was accusing had nothing to do with the murder. Yeah, I think that we may have seen the same video then. Yeah, because it was, yeah, he was definitely wrong, like about the accusation. I think in the one that I was talking about too. So it's probably the same video. I don't like the drama either. Just tell me how it is. Yeah, for sure, Crispy, yeah. No drama, just fucking give me the information. Like, it's already fucked up and spooky, you know? If you just tell me in a regular voice about, like, what they did. Like, that's enough. You don't have to say it in a voice like this and, like, turn up your bass super loud so that all I can hear is this fucking booming voice. I think that's so funny, but it's like they're using too much gimmick, I think, in those. Although I do prefer a male talking. Yeah, I think I've come to feel that way too, but there are some, I have seen in the EWU crew, there's one or two females that have done it that have done a really good job. So, and I think there's a couple other people who do similar stuff, but it's not crimes on YouTube. Some females that I think do a really good job with their presentation voice and everything. But yeah, I've noticed myself thinking that a few times. Because sometimes I think it's when the females do like the spooky voice is like the worst. Like, I don't know why, but it's like it sounds more fake almost than when a guy does it. And I hope that doesn't sound sexist, but it's just like, cause she's like really trying to make her voice go low. It sounds very unnatural, but maybe the guy already has a low register. I guess is what I'm picking up on. Hey, Stella, thank you for the love command. We appreciate you. Hopefully you're having a good one. I think you've been lurking for a little bit, and I appreciate you that you're here. I've noticed that some people add extra details and try to make an already gruesome case more gruesome. Yeah, don't do that, guys. Don't. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there's a guy that Vince showed me on YouTube, and that's how he was for me, because I wanted to try to watch him because we were talking about true crime stuff, and you know, like I watched that chapter and he watches this guy. So I checked him out and everything, and like the video seemed pretty cool, you know. I liked his format, but then he like when he got to the murder, describing like what the victims felt, and he did for so long, and it was like, dude, this is not necessary. This is not fucking no. Like the whole time I'm like, no. So I will admit I've never watched one of that guy's videos again, just because it's like that one was the bad one to start on. I don't know if he does it every time, but he did it that time. Yeah, I'm not really into that. Anyways, let's get through this. Now then, it's time to come clean. Tell me everything that you know. I've been at every stream just too anxious to say, hey, love you all. Hey, I totally understand that right now still. I've been super anxious lately too, so I'm definitely sympathizing with you there. Hopefully everything's going okay, and we're just glad to hear from you. I'm glad you've been here still. I was watching the auction, gathering info for my story.
You didn't just watch, though. You got shocking photos, too, right? A little while after the auction started, someone won a bid, and the conductor banged the gavel. Someone hollered, we'll finish the deal upstairs, or something like that. That ain't good, I thought to myself, and I hurried back to hide behind the statue.
Did you see whoever came up?
Not quite, but I reckon the feller that came up was the winner of the bid. I could smell the buttery aroma of big fat wads of cash.
She loves money.
Buttery aroma. Can't imagine that at all.
I reckon this room is where the bidders ponied up the dough for their purchases. The two of them talked for a while.
Wait, there was a second person in the storeroom?
You betcha. I reckon it was the conductor. And then out of nowhere, one of them started screaming. Almost scared my britches off. I rolled myself up into a ball and kept on laying low.
So you witnessed the murder?
Well, I wouldn't say that I witnessed it, but I definitely heard it, though. Didn't you try to stop them? Just stop right there. That ain't even funny. What's a dainty little thing like me gonna do?
Dainty? Lady?
After that, I heard me some rustling and bustling. The whole time I was really regretting coming here. Something fierce. Well, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, but nothing gets in the way of my, but nothing gets in the way of a lot of heart in her photos.
And it's like, whoa.
This was my big scoop. Ain't no way I was gonna let it slip away. A bit later, I hear this loud thud. I figured it was my last chance to snap a photo from behind the statue.
Well, then, would you please show us the photo?
Aw, why do I have to?
Oh, the red rain jacket or whatever that Kay saw, right? This is...
The person in the red raincoat who attacked Kay.
The person in the red raincoat assaulted the victim in the storeroom. And then attacked Kay on the roof?
Well, this photo jotted down in my organizer. There's only one person in this photo. Where's the victim?
Yeah, I thought it was strange too. I could have sworn there were two of them, but when I looked, there was only one there. But that's gotta be the killer, don't you reckon?
Either that or it's the victim somehow? Is it gonna be some weird thing where the victim staged their own death somehow or something? Who knows, man?
So she's saying the victim disappeared.
You were able to tell this person was the culprit just by looking.
Their hand was stained bright red, so I figured it was them. What happened to the auction after the murder? Nothing, really. It just went on like normal. I guess those rich folks didn't give a hoot. They got some nerve.
So wait, the conductor The conductor was dead, but how did they continue the auction without the conductor? Somebody else went up there and started conducting, dude? Like, what? Nobody wondered where the fucking conductor went? That doesn't seem very... That seems sus right there.
The nerve of a journalist is nothing to scoff at either.
Modest testimony jotted down in my organizer. Oh, interesting. I need to take this moment to go to the restroom, but we will be continuing momentarily. So, you know, it's a good time if you guys need to get up to stretch or whatever. Go ahead and take care of that business, because we are going to be taking care of this business when we get back. I know it's blank, but, you know, Ace Attorney, whatever. All right, I'll be right back, guys. Don't go away.
Monday, Cult of the Lamb.
Go, 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 go. Keep cheering. Keep cheering. We're halfway. Keep cheering. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop till you get enough. But come on.
Tuesday, Opus Echo of Star Song.
Don't worry, Kay. We'll be out of here soon.
You two grab a hold of something.
You better butter your biscuits, boys.
They should be thrown in the airlock and ejected.
Whatever Wednesday.
Come on, little guys. I am the captain of this ship. I am Milodane.
Thursday, Ace Attorney Investigations 2.
Melt in your mouth, not in your hand, sweet chocolate, melting in my mouth.
Friday, Yakuza 3.
Come on, kids. Come on. You're going to make old Uncle Claus cry. God damn it. God damn kids. back. Thanks for waiting, guys. We are going to continue on. I did remember to unmute right here. We're good. Alright, let's see here. So we're still looking for evidence in this one? Do we have logic? We do have a couple of things of logic here. Auction participants entered the storeroom from the roof one at a time, exited the same way. They disappeared. The murder may have occurred in the storeroom during the auction. So maybe we can connect these? We can try that. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's too far-fetched to connect these, right? What I'm interested in is like how did they continue the auction? I'm still stuck on that. What's up with that? Logic? Yes, logic. I logicified it. If we assume that the murder took place in the storeroom, then we must conclude that the body was here as well.
Huh? Isn't that pretty obvious?
Do you remember how the participants left the auction?
Of course. They passed through the storeroom on the way back from the auction. Ah!
Yeah, wouldn't they see the body or find it or something? I just don't know why they wouldn't think it's weird that the conductor was gone. Exactly. The culprit had to hide the body so that the participants wouldn't discover it. The real question is, where was the body hidden? Where was the body hidden? Culprit hid the body so it would not be seen by the auction participants. And then they just laid it out on that table afterwards, right? Emma, would you mind lending me a hand?
Leave it to me! What do you want me to do?
Let's see. Use our luminol reagent to test for a blood reaction. If you would, please.
Okay, let me show you the power of science.
The glint in her eye is getting brighter by the second.
She loves science.
Let's start by examining that ladder over there. Based on Miss Hart's picture, the person in the red raincoat headed towards that ladder. Chances are something will turn up if we check there. Just touch anything you want me to examine. If you do that, we'll be able to spray the luminol reagent at it.
Boom! This is the second time we're finally using luminol again. I love it. Oh, I missed what you were saying earlier, Crispy. Yakuza's starting to add some fan service to the games. The beach episode. Yeah, have you been missing the Yakuza 3, Crispy? It's been pretty good. Yeah, it's Kiryu's orphanage is on the beach. It's pretty interesting. It's not fan service so much as I think what you're saying, because they're children. So I don't think that's what it's intended to be looked at as. No, but there is one spot, though, where a couple from the last game, we find them on the beach, and there's a little bit of fan service there. So last week with the bum shot at the beach. Okay, yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. Yeah, the bikini girl. Yeah, that's the one time it was sexy on the beach. Other than that, it's been children. But that is true. We did get to see that. Them splashing each other and stuff.
If there's a blood stain on the spot where you sprayed, you'll get a reaction like this. Even so, no matter how many times I see blood stains, they're always so gruesome. There's a blood reaction here, but it's kind of faint. Let's spray it with luminol 2 or 3 more times, so it'll be nice and clear.
Glow, baby, glow.
You can see it clearly now. It looks even more gruesome than before. Do you understand how to look for bloodstains now?
I'm not an idiot, Emma. This is not my first time.
There are probably a few more bloodstains here, so why don't you give it a try, Mr. Edgeworth?
All right, give me the bottle. Oh, do I not get to... I had to click, apparently. Oh, I get a little something there. No, maybe here. No, maybe. I'm looking for blood where we wouldn't expect it. Oh, here's some more. That's the only other blood stain. Yeah, done drying, and I'm in a ton of pain, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, sounds good, Stroud. I'm sorry to hear that you're in pain. Hopefully that doesn't last too long. But you have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow for some Yakuza. Have a good night, Shyla.
Let's search the rest of the storeroom for bloodstains just like that.
Sweet, let's do it.
First, let's look for a place to spray the luminol reagent.
Maybe here?
You want to examine this spot? Unfortunately, there were no reactions here.
No reactions there either, huh? How about on the money? Is it blood money? Blood money.
You want to examine this spot? No reactions here.
How about Red's desk? Okay, how about the statue? Okay, how about the elevator? Oh, there we go.
Let's spray some luminol on every suspicious-looking nook and cranny.
She has no idea how much like Edgewood she is. Oh. The body was hidden underneath the platform?
Mr. Edgeworth, there's a reaction. It's a bloodstain. But why in a place like this?
Perhaps this was where the murder took place.
Ah, it looks like some kind of blood dripped down the floor below. Looks like some of the blood dripped down to the floor below.
Blood on hidden lift. The blood stain was found on the hidden lift. Blood seems to have dripped down to the floor below.
Mr. Edgeworth, there are places we still haven't checked yet.
Sorry, guys.
So let's continue our investigation.
There's still some places we haven't checked yet. Really? Do we check this again? Did we just check this? Yeah, no reaction. Oh, the chest. There we go.
Let's spray luminol on every suspicious-looking nook and cranny.
I see it, but I want to see if there's any other one. Nope, it's just the one.
Mr. Edgeworth, there's a bloodstain here too.
However, why is there a blood stain in a place like this?
Maybe something that had blood on it was stored inside.
Like a body, you're saying? So they hid the body in the trunk, I guess, is what we're saying. A bloodstain was found inside the costume trunk at the store.
Looks like we found all the bloodstains in the storeroom, because I knew where they were, because I planted them.
It seems we have investigated the storeroom sufficiently. We are done with this place. Look out, Emma, could you please? It's funny that I can push her around like that. Oh, look, she can spin.
Around and around and around. Whoa, Mr. Edgeworth. Woo, woo, woo.
Oh man, Uncle Ray's heart is pounding up a storm. Surrounded by so many cutie pies in such a small, cramped room. Mr. Shields, please try to keep your pants on. Can we talk to Kay more? What do we... Okay, this seems to be something.
Yes, can I help you with something?
Nope. Just changes the music when we talk to Kay. Lotta?
Y'all got something to say?
Apparently not. Is it logic? Do we have enough logic to make a pair? Or we do have two things. I guess we could connect them. Where was the body hidden? Bloodstain in the costume trunk. Yep, that seems like things we should logically connect. Yep. He's just a lonely guy. Yeah, apparently, dude. He just wants a lady to love and hold him. Here, I'm gonna switch my costume because it looks like nobody's found channel point items. Boop. Oh, we'll switch to a different one. Boom! Now I am Edgeworth Zordon. It looks like my head's a little too big for this tube. Let me fix it. Let's see, where's that at? Nope. I meant to just grab the head. Just the head. Oh, I gotta unlock a dummy. Try to fit my Jabbit in there as well. There we go. Boom. Let me see. Oh man, is that a hole in the Damaverse? No! Maybe I can just angle this slightly. Fix that hole. Boop. Sealed. Oh, nope, not quite. There it is. Now it's sealed. Jordan Peterson got emotional talking about young lowly guys these days, and some people made fun of him. That's not cool, guys. Been allowed to cry as well. It's not that they made fun of him for. That's a much more complicated situation than you're making it out to be. It's because he's Jordan Peterson and the things that he said. That's why people make fun of him. The reason why we found a bloodstain in the costume trunk. Oh, let me go back to this one. Is because the murderer hid the body in that box.
I wonder who won the bid for it. The trunk, I mean.
That I don't know. I mean, who won the bid for any of this stuff? There's still so much stuff in here. Are you saying there was a lot more in here before?
In a certain way, everything worked out exactly as someone wanted.
Hold it, hold it! It couldn't have been in that dressing box.
What do you mean?
When I first came down here, that box caught my eye too. It was just the right size and would have been a perfect hiding place.
God, just think if she would have hid there, and then they tried to hide the body, and they just find fucking Lana there with her camera, and she just like... That'd be funny. Talk about the people who made fun of him for crying specifically. I mean, okay, whatever. I don't want to get into it. Let's just continue.
That's what I thought anyway, but I couldn't get the dang thing to open. It'd been wrapped up real tight with a locked chain. The murder happened after that, so hiding a body in there would have been impossible, you know?
A chain wrapped around it. That's a bit strange. We can see the chain. It's already wrapped around it. It's just loose, right? Right now, it doesn't seem to be locked up at all.
Huh? That's weird. Maybe my eyes were playing tricks on me or something.
Costume trunk data jotted down in my organizer. The killer hid the victim in this box. A bloodstain was found inside. But she was saying it couldn't have been in there. Wait, what she just said kind of went in one ear and out the other just now. But she was saying it couldn't have... Okay, let's just keep going. Because she was saying she looked in there, but at what point? After the murder happened? I missed that part. And with that, I believe we have examined everything there is to examine here.
Well then, let's head on down.
Oh, have we decided on our next destination? Hey, Kay.
Yes, Mr. Shields?
We wouldn't want to get lost, so make sure you stay real close to Uncle Ray, okay?
Right. I'll follow you closely, Mr. Shields.
These two. Since when did they get along like that?
I feel like Ray feels like so creepy because it feels like he's like taking advantage of her amnesia a little bit. It's kind of strange, dude. Ray's always made me a little uncomfortable with the hugging thing, you know? He's a creepy uncle. April 5th, 7:43 p.m. Grand Tower, PIC meeting room. What? Oh, look who's here. Mr. Edgeworth! That's right. I am here to solve this case. This place is...
Is this the auction hall? No, it's the meeting room from before.
How nice of you to drop in, Kay Faraday. She just smiles at him. You've got some guts. Hey, you guys, arrest her. Arrest her. Wait, Kay's. As for the rest of the riffraff, just show them out the door. You son of a bitch. Lana's just taking pictures. I'll blind them.
This is tyranny.
Yeah, it's tyranny, pal. Miles, this is kind of bad. The light of justice shines above me. Ah! Hell yeah, Von Karma's here. Yeah, just keep whipping. Oh, but no, not Gumshoe. Youch! Why me too? Oh, that's strange. I was aiming for that weak ex-prosecutor. You were clearly aiming at me! Maybe something got in my way. Particularly... Yeah! Right around there. Francesca. Just what do you think you're doing here, ex-prosecutor Miles Edgeworth? I do not believe that Kay is the culprit behind this incident. You're just an ordinary man without investigation rights. What you say does not matter. I am Francesca von Karma. I will never stop moving forward. However, you chose to quit. The outcome of our battle has already been decided. I cast away my badge because it became a millstone around my neck. I shall continue moving forward, even without it. The path I walk will surely lead to the truth. My actions are driven by that belief, and that is something which will never change. So, you're saying that you found a path to the truth? Then show it to me. But if that path proves to be a foolish one, it will not survive my whip. Francesca's logic. The victim used her key card and entered this room with the culprit. Then the culprit stabbed the victim in the chest with the candelabra, killing her. Shouldn't the letter make it obvious who the culprit is? Of course, the crime scene was right here in this room, the PIC meeting room. The proof is the bloodstain we found here in the meeting room. That settles it, Miles Edgeworth. Does it, Franzi?
Miss Von Karma seems really confident, doesn't she? It's kind of hot.
Ah, I see. She's a fiery one, isn't she? Ray's getting excited. He's easily excitable. I don't mind a feisty cutie, so long as an introductory How repulsive. Well, Miles Edgeworth, can you break my logic? If you truly have no intention of stopping here, prove it to me with evidence. Very well. I'll show you, Francesca. The evidence that paves my path. But first, I must press you on your statements. The victim used her key card and entered this room with the culprit. Was there nothing suspicious about the security system? The meeting room security is perfect, much like my logic. There was no room for doubt.
Your logic isn't as perfect as you think.
In any case, your opinion has not changed. The funny thing is, like, didn't they just see us come down on an elevator in the middle of the room? Doesn't that, like, change some things about the situation? You know what I mean? Like, there's another way to enter the room that isn't the fucking security door? Doesn't that, like, change your hypothesis a little bit, Francie? Yes, the victim and the culprit entered the room together. Then the culprit stabbed the victim in the chest with the candelabra, killing her. Did the victim's wounds match up with the candelabra? The victim's chest was pierced in 3 places simultaneously by a sharp metal object. Is there anything else that could have done such a thing? That should all be written in Dr. Young's autopsy report. So you're sure that the murder weapon was the candelabra? Exactly. As for who the culprit is, Shouldn't the letter make it obvious who the culprit is? Do you have anything to confirm that the letter was actually sent by Kay? Are you proposing that it was forged by the real criminal? That possibility was dismissed some time ago. There were no traces of forgery on the letter. Of course, there were no other traces besides Kay Faraday and the victim found on the letter. Are you saying you found Kay's fingerprints on the letter? The only fingerprints we found belonged to the victim. In other words, you can't really say that Kay is the culprit. Didn't I just say that the possibility of forgery has been dismissed? That the letter was originally sent by Kay Faraday. Therefore, it is only natural to assume that she's the culprit. Of course, the crime scene was right here in this room, the PIC meeting room. Do you have any proof that the crime took place in this room? Avon Karma is perfect in every way. Perhaps you forgot that when you gave up your badge. The proof is the bloodstain we found here in the meeting room. That settles it, Miles Edgeworth. Have we determined who the blood actually belongs to? The blood analysis confirmed that it belongs to the victim. Just because the bloodstain was found here doesn't mean that this was the scene of the crime. You forget, Miles Edgeworth, that in-court evidence is everything. We're not in court. This is investigation. If you believe this room is not the crime scene, show me the evidence that proves it.
Evidence that shows where the crime took place. We may not be in court, but I'll show her the truth.
I like that he at least acknowledges that we're not actually in court.
Miss Von Karma isn't showing any openings.
However, there is one fact we know that she does not.
They're not the only ones who can perform scientific investigations.
And therein lies the proof. The path to the truth I found.
It's the bloodstains, right? Let's see. Let me look at the actual evidence really quick. What does it exactly say about the bloodstains? Blood on hidden lift in costume trunk. I think the blood on the hidden lift is going to be the one we're going to present to her. We got to figure out which message. Victim needs your key card. The culprit stabbed the victim in the chest with a candelabra. It's the PIC room. Yeah, because she specifically says it happened in here, and this is disputing that, right? Save in the state. Is it? Objection! Francesca, will you take a look at this piece of evidence? That seems to be the wrong piece of evidence. Miles Edgeworth, I'm warning you if you do not wish to become my whip's next victim. Do not present such meaningless things before me. How is that meaningless in this situation? Like, I really don't think that was the wrong thing to show. I think it's just the game didn't want me to show it, right? It's the whole picture of the banana situation, right? Was it Lotta's testimony? It's just that Emma said the whole scientific investigation thing, so that made me like really confident that it was the blood. But now where it's not the blood, we'll try Lotta's testimony, see if that works. Music is still going, so that is not what it is. Load state. Or perhaps I'm just on the wrong, this isn't the message. Maybe this, because he talks about a blood stain. Let's try this one. Maybe it was the blood stain. There it is. Man, I thought my line of reasoning was fine. Damn. If memory serves me correctly, the blood in the meeting room was found in front of the statue of Lady Justice, was it not? To murder someone before Lady Justice, this culprit knows no fear. I wonder about that. Have a look at this piece of evidence. Blood was found in the storeroom right above the meeting room. As you can see, there are signs that it has dripped down onto the floor below. And right under the hidden lift is the statue of Lady Justice. Then you understand. The murder did not take place here. The killer murdered the victim in the storeroom and then moved the body to this room. Just like every other case we have, the body gets moved somehow. What Lady Justice witnessed was a coward trying to conceal their crime, and not the moment of the murder. I mean, she definitely didn't witness the moment of the murder because she has a blindfold on. Right?
She's smiling?
Pardon me, I just remembered a conversation quite similar to this one. As I expected, Miles Edgeworth, such naivete couldn't possibly be an act. Just how is Mr. Edgeworth naive? Youch! Have you forgotten? Or are you just playing the foolish fool? The amount of blood in the meeting room is clearly greater than the storeroom. Please don't just hit me with then ignore me. Yeah! Such a large amount of blood couldn't have simply dripped from the floor above. And even if it had, there should be much more blood left behind in the storeroom. I mean, I guess, unless it all dripped, I guess. The murder could not have occurred somewhere other than this meeting room. Then the body went up, left blood up there, and then came back down? Franzi, is that what you're saying? Is that what you're proposing? You're as predictable as always, Francesca. But you've just activated my trap card. What? The difference in the amount of blood is just as you say. The question is, why does such a difference exist? That issue is trivial. I've already explained it with my perfect logic. In that case, how do you explain the blood that was found in the storeroom? Exactly. She's proposing something weird. I don't suppose you're going to tell me that it somehow sprayed all the way up there? Like a water fountain? No way! Exactly. It's impossible. In other words, the reason for the difference in the amount of blood is...
The amount of blood in the meeting room and the storeroom are different because...
I see some good options here. The weapon was pulled out here, she was stabbed here, she was stabbed in the storeroom. Because the weapon was pulled out here. I think that would make more sense. The victim died of a stab wound. Naturally, there would be a significant amount of blood loss. That's obvious just from looking at the blood stain. But that's so weird. She was attacked in the storeroom, but there was less blood found there than... Yeah! Silence, you third-rate prosecutor. But I'm the best. Yeah! Do you know when you lose the most blood after getting stabbed with a sharp object?
Ah, I know. It's when the sharp object is pulled out, right?
Precisely. After being stabbed with a candelabra, the body was moved to the meeting room. And then the murder weapon was pulled out right here in this very room. That would account for the difference in the amount of blood that was left behind. That is my perfect logic.
But why would the culprit go through all that trouble?
Most likely to give the impression that the murder occurred in the meeting room. It seems Miss Crane's keycard was used last night. But based on the time of use, it must have been a ploy by the culprits to mislead us. In all likelihood, it was the culprit who used the keycard to enter the meeting room. Why would the culprit have needed to do that? Perhaps they feared that the storeroom would be found out during the investigation. If they were involved in the auction, they would not have wanted it to become public. Meeting room blood. A pool of blood found in the meeting room. Was it left behind to hide the storeroom's existence? I mean, that makes sense, because I think they really would have found the hidden room a lot faster if they didn't have a way to know how someone could have got on there without a security card, right?
The auction, you say? The auction, you say?
Perhaps you should go upstairs and see for yourself what items are on display. I'm sure that will allow you to understand what occurred here.
Impressive, Miles Edgeworth. You're willing to go that far to protect her.
There's something big looking behind the scenes of this case. Kay simply got caught up in it.
You're exaggerating.
Am I now? More than anyone, I would think you'd understand the significance behind all this. Why would you, a prosecutor working with Interpol, be involved in a domestic case? Wasn't your objective to crush a certain international smuggling ring? Is this all gonna come back to the smuggling ring somehow, dude? If your search for smuggled goods has led you here, then isn't this feeling I have related to the case?
I'm relieved you haven't lost your touch, even though you've turned in your badge. I've heard about your situation from Scruffy over there.
Sorry. Sorry, sir. I just wanted to help out somehow. A wise decision, Detective. Very good. Francesca, are you the one in charge of this case? Isn't Interpol pursuing the black market auction?
And what if I am? That's not something you need to know.
So you knew about all this from the very beginning. You knew the black market auction was being held. Right here.
Hey, mind if I butt in? About that gal who turned up dead. You! Hey, I ain't done talking yet. Ya ain't changed a lick.
No, she has not.
This case doesn't need even a fragment of your faulty testimony. What are y'all saying? I'm a bona fide journal. Ow! Back then, you gave false testimony. Miss Von Karma seems to really dislike Lotta.
I can't say she's fond of her.
Ain't that Crane gal one of the PIC members? She's a spitting image of the conductor. I reckon she's... Youch! She hit me. She hit me again. What is the meaning of this? Answer me, Miles Edgeworth.
From Miss Hart's testimony, we obtained a description of what the conductor was wearing. And it matches what the victim, Jill Crane, was wearing.
You mean to say, the one who was murdered was the conductor?
Miss Von Karma, maybe you should calm... Aye!
It would seem that a new fact has just been brought to light. Indeed, I came here in pursuit of the black market auction, in order to arrest the organizer of the event. In other words, the conductor.
If we believe Miss Hart's testimony, then the conductor is already dead. Wouldn't this mean that your investigation has ended in vain?
That's right. However, I swear on my name that I will not return empty-handed. I challenge you, Miles Edgeworth.
A challenge is fine, but why is she readying her whip like she's out for a victim of her own?
Don't whip me, please. Keep that away from me.
I will concede your argument. The murder occurred in the storeroom, correct? That would mean the culprit is someone who participated in the auction. If that photographer is correct, the victim was the conductor, and the culprit was a customer. The culprit waited for the victim in the storeroom, where the goods were delivered. Then they stabbed the victim in the chest with the candelabra in the storeroom. That is all. I trust you have no objections?
Unfortunately, that is not the case, because there is a hole in your testimony.
And as expected of Mr. Edgeworth, I didn't notice anything at all.
I didn't either. Nothing was super obvious.
Well then, please settle this with one blow.
Yes, of course. Watch as I crush her logic. A rebuttal. Francesca's logic, part 2. I'll concede your argument. The murder occurred in the storeroom, correct? You were surprisingly quick to concede. I simply cannot deny facts that are backed by evidence. That is all. You have proven that the murder occurred in this storeroom. That would mean that the culprit is somehow someone who participated in the auction. The culprit participated in the auction. I'd like to hear your basis for this claim. When I spoke with the staff of the building, not a single one mentioned the storeroom. The storeroom's existence must have only been known to a select few. And that's where the items for the auction were being stored. I see you understand. Yes, the culprit participated in the auction. If that photographer is correct, the victim was the conductor, and the culprit was a customer. So you're saying that the victim was the auction's conductor? I mean, we were saying that, dude. Right. And the culprit.
Hey, ain't you the one who told her that just a moment ago?
Exactly. Yes, that's right. However, I was simply making sure her logic is clear.
That ain't right. You're doing it wrong. This is the part where you're supposed to say, I done goofed.
The culprit was a customer participating in the black market auction.
What in tarnation? Now you've done it. Don't cover for him.
Of course. That is only if this photographer's testimony is indeed true.
I can't tell whether they're on good or bad terms.
The issue here is the culprit's actions. The culprit waited for the victim in the storeroom where the goods were delivered. He didn't wait, right? Because Lotta's testimony says that he followed her. Miss Hart was in the storeroom at the time. Could the culprit really have been waiting there? I don't know where she was hiding, but since you've seen it, you must know as well. There are numerous hiding places in that storeroom. So the culprit was hiding while they waited for the victim to arrive. I believe the crime occurred after the auction ended. After all, the victim was the organizer of the auction, the conductor. During the auction, the organizer would have to be in front of the customers the entire time.
After the auction ended? Well, that would make more sense.
Please add that statement to your testimony. I believe the crime occurred after the auction ended. The victim was killed after the auction ended. Are you certain of that? The victim was the conductor. That is the only possibility.
Without the conductor, the auction couldn't have been held.
Exactly what I was trying to say. The auction couldn't have been held.
Something seems odd in this testimony.
Yeah, it goes against what Lotta said. Then they stabbed the victim in the chest with the candelabra in the storeroom. The candelabra in the storeroom. How do you know that? It's funny, because like that's what we just said, again, with what Lotta was just like, how do you know, though? You just told me. If the murder weapon had been prepared in advance, the victim's chest would have been stabbed with something completely different. Based on the culprit's actions, it's clear where the murder weapon came from.
There were signs suggesting that the candelabra was once placed in the storeroom too.
The items in the storeroom were intended to be sold as goods in the auction. Although where the murder weapon was procured from is not the main issue here.
At first a glance, her logic seems to hold up, but something just doesn't feel quite right. I need to draw out more information.
Do we need to draw out more information? I think we just need to press Lotta's testimony, right? Maybe it's this one we gotta do it. Here, let's just go ahead and do a little scum shade. And present. Let's take a look here. testimony. Let's check it out. The black market auction was being held in the Grand Tower. The items up for auction were pieces of evidence from past cases. 11 people attending the event. Each of them was wearing a mask. The auction continued even after Joe Crane's murder. Yep. That was definitely part of it. But it wasn't this. I don't think it's this remark, though. Have to walk up the road later, peeps. All right, we'll see you later, Crispy. Have a good night. Oh, shit. Pressed again. Didn't mean to do that. Thanks for hanging out. After the auction ended. Yeah, this is it. This has got to be the thing we presented against. Lotta's testimony. Present. We got it. Uh-oh. It's the first time I've seen OBS go red tonight, and then went right back to green. Let's take a look at the old graph real quick. Sorry. Just checking the graph. Looks like everything's good. As I thought, you are one step behind. What did you say? The victim was not the conductor, and I have proof. Miss Hart's testimony. That photographer's testimony is not trustworthy.
What are y'all saying? I'm a bona fide journal. Ow!
Cease your idle chatter.
Yeah!
Francesca, calm down and listen. Miss Hart witnessed a part of the murder. The main point here is that after witnessing the murder, she says the auction continued.
That's right. Sure as can be. They all kept going.
Do you think the auction could have continued without someone conducting it? If the victim was not the conductor, the person killed must have been a customer. No! Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I didn't even think about that. And then they stored them in the chest and then came back and switched clothes with them? Is that what would have? Man, there's still so much we gotta untangle with this one, huh? As I said from the beginning, Kay is not the culprit. After all, she herself was attacked by someone and lost consciousness. In which case, that would also make her a victim. If the auction continued after the incident occurred, yes, and the victim was not the conductor, but a customer. Oh, look who it is. That's enough!
That voice. Could it be that bitch?
Order in the court. The chairman will now enter. Oh yeah, it's Blaze, Sebastian's dad. My, no need to be so stiff. Actually, feel free to call me Blaze. Or is it Blase? Is it supposed to be Blase? Well then, Blaze, what brings you here? Huh? Well, I just wanted to see if my idiot son was working hard, that's all.
Is this kind of father-son relationship really healthy?
It doesn't seem like it. This guy seems so strange. I'd come to light a fire under you, but it seems I've found an unexpected bonus. To think that the criminal who has become the talk of the town will be here, of all places. Everyone, restrain the suspect at once. Please wait. Kay Faraday is not the culprit. Silence. He's got fire and water. Because he like fills his goggles up with tears to have the water. This is quite troubling, Edgeworth. Didn't I tell you earlier? The PIC desires a swift resolution to this case. If it's not, we could lose our trust with the public. They'll call us the Waste of Time Committee. You already are that. You know, it's troubling for me as well. That sort of thing. And at my age, too. And on top of that, an illegal investigation is not something that I can overlook. Have you forgotten? You are no longer a prosecutor. You have lost all your authority. Furthermore, you have aided a criminal in evading the law. Yes, that's right. You're so reliable, Courtney. I am aware of the consequences of my actions. You may punish me as you wish. However, we have found a new suspect. It's the person in this pictured here. Kay Faraday was attacked by this person, and there is no need for explanation. Just recently, a red raincoat was discovered in the vicinity of this building. The victim's blood and cherry blossom petals were found on the hood. Cherry blossom petals?
Now that you mention it, on the viewing platform.
Yes, they probably stuck on due to the blood. They were littered around the bloodstain. And we received the forensic report on the blood, you know. There's no doubt about it. The person in that photo is the victim, Jill Crane. What did you say? Wait, I'm so confused. So that's what Jill was wearing originally, but what? If that was, the picture was taken after the murder. But if Jill's the one that's dead, is that not actually Jill? Is that what we're saying at this point? I'm getting so confused here, dude. Impossible! That would completely destroy the foundations of our logic. We have believed the person in the red coat was the culprit, and now it turns out the person is actually the murder victim? Wait, if that's the case, then the prime suspect would be Miss Faraday. You met a person in a red raincoat on the rooftop, did you not?
Yes, I did, but
The person in the red raincoat was the murder victim. And Kay Faraday came into contact with that person. Since one of the parties is now dead, what happened next should be clear. Kay was attacked by that person. As the victim, it would be impossible for her to be the culprit. There is no evidence she was attacked, is there? I mean, she fell off the building and she has amnesia and stuff, and she's got bandages all over. No evidence of being attacked? What? What do you mean? Furthermore, we must consider the possibility that the victim fought back. It's far too early to come to that conclusion. Kay is not the criminal.
you're wrong.
Kay?
That's wrong. Even though I don't want to believe it myself. After hearing about the raincoat, I finally remembered. I only remember a little, but from what I saw that night, the culprit is me.
Huh.
I remember looking down at the person in the red coat. Mr. Edgeworth, it was me! The culprit was me all along!
That can't be right.
Then, why? Why do I have that memory? That person collapsed before my eyes. Engulfed in a pool of blood. Why didn't I do anything? It must have been because I killed her.
It is clear to me the validity of Kay Faraday's memory. Didn't you doubt it until just now, pal? It's like she's like, oh yeah, that goes with all my evidence or my line of logic. Sure, that sounds good, David. I'll do that. Yeah, I'm for it. Oh, jeez, Courtney. Only if it's convenient for her. Sorry, one moment. Here we go. Congratulations, Miss Faraday. Your courage will surely allow you to be forgiven. Now, let us rejoice in the blessings of the Goddess of Law. Allow me to give my opinion as an international prosecutor. Her actions as a criminal are... Hurry! Arrest Kay Faraday at once! How dare you behave that way before me? You're being too forceful. Further verification is necessary. I'd even go as far as to say this is unlawful. Unfortunately, the law does not side with you. It sides with me, you see. But you know, the beautiful bond between you two has been etched deeply into my heart. That reminds me, we seem to have forgotten an additional suspect. Edgeworth, that's you. What the fuck? These guys are horrible. What's that, pal? Mr. Edgeworth hasn't done anything wrong. I beg to differ. That's right. You see, he's no longer a prosecutor, sadly enough. Your actions have gone too far this time. An illegal investigation and assisting in the escape of a criminal. I cannot even think of you as a former prosecutor. Now, humbly accept your punishment. Oh, yes, that's right. I believe the plan for today was to hold your hearing before the PIC. Why don't we leave the hearing for tomorrow, even though the result is already crystal clear? You should think long and hard about what you've done. Very long and very hard. Court is now adjourned. Oh, to be continued. Man, that was a long part, dude. I think we're in the final part now. Let's go ahead and do the save real quick. Gonna double check on that. A shout out to everybody lurking tonight. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the show. Let's see here. Yeah, we should be, I think, in the final part. No, actually, I think we're still 2 parts away, so we still got quite a bit to cover. So we'll probably just still keep going. We still got enough time, and we'll just kind of see how far we can get and try to find a good stopping point. But I don't think we're going to get to the end of this section. It looks like this section is going to be pretty long as well. But before we continue, I need to use the restroom again. So we're going to take a quick break, guys, but we will be back with more Ace Attorney investigations shortly. So yeah, thanks for sticking around for the stream, guys, and don't go away. I'll be right back.
Monday, Cult of the Lamb.
Go, 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 go. Keep jeering. Keep jeering. We're halfway. Keep jeering. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop till you get enough. But come on.
Tuesday, Opus Echo of Star Song.
Don't worry, Kay. We'll be out of here soon.
You two grab a hold of something.
You better butter your biscuits, boys.
They should be thrown in the airlock and ejected.
Whatever Wednesday.
Come on, little guys. I am the captain of this ship. I am Milo-Dane.
Thursday, Ace Attorney Investigations 2.
Melt in your mouth, not in your hand, sweet chocolate, melting in my mouth.
Friday, Yakuza 3.
Come on, kids. Come on, you're gonna make old Uncle Claus cry. God damn it. God damn kids.
Monday, Cult of the Lamb.
Go, 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 go. Keep jeering. Keep jeering. We're halfway. Keep cheering. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop till you get enough. But come on.
Tuesday, Opus Echo of Star Song.
Don't worry, Kay. We'll be out of here soon.
You two grab a hold of something.
You better butter your biscuits, boys.
They should be thrown in the airlock and ejected.
Whatever Wednesday.
Come on, little guys. I am the captain of this ship. I am Milo Milodane.
Thursday, Ace Attorney Investigations 2.
Melt in your mouth, not in your hand, sweet chocolate, melting in my mouth.
Friday, Yakuza 3.
Come on, kids. Come on. You're going to make all local cars cry. God damn it. God damn kids. All right. Sorry about that wait. We are back. Back and more edgy worth than ever. All right. Let's continue this case, shall we? I just popped on over to Papa's stream. Papa's streaming right now. And he did a shout out for me, or Wadoof did. And it was pretty funny. It was a good one. He has a little like SpongeBob's watching the TV, and it's like my clip or whatever, but it was the clip from Yakuza with all the guys dressed like babies. And then Gary comes up and he's like, oh shit, he changes the channel really fast. It was perfect. Oh yeah. All right, here we go. April 6th, detention center holding cell. How did we end up here, Edgeworth?
This is the second time I've been in this cell.
Is this Knightley's cell, dude?
All of my evidence has been taken from me. The only thing I have left is Kei's Yatagarasu's badge. I'm worried about Kei. Is she alright?
The culprit is me. I remember looking down at the person in the red raincoat. Mr. Edgeworth, it was me! The culprit was me all along!
You have a visitor. Please hurry out. A visitor? Who could it be? Someone by the name of Dick Gumshoe. Will you turn him down? No.
It will be hard to face him, though.
April 6th, Detention Center. Visitor's room. And now we're on the other side of the glass. Wait here.
He's not going to stay and keep watch?
Yeah, usually they usually stand by the door, right? Pardon me. I'm assuming it's Edgeworth. Oh, no. It's Courtney. She lured him out there because she knew he would have denied to see Courtney. I assume that's why she did that. What a trickster, dude. Judge Courtney.
Hush. Please, have a seat.
Why are you here? I was told the detective had come.
If I didn't instruct them to tell you that, you wouldn't be sitting here right now.
I can't think of anything she'd need from me at this point. I should try to figure out what she wants.
And now I thought she came here to ask me questions, but now I'm asking her questions? I'm gonna ask her about the visit.
Your visitation rights have been restricted to begin with.
It's as if I'm some monstrous criminal. I suppose my credibility has hit rock bottom.
But of course, your friends have fared a little better, though. That lawyer, that girl were both quite worked up.
That lawyer and that girl were quite worked up.
Mr. Shields and Emma.
When I last saw them, they were giving one of the guards quite an earful.
What? You don't mean...
Be grateful the goddess of law has been quite busy. They were spared punishment.
It certainly seems like you have plenty of time for small talk.
Oh yes, prosecutor. Von Karma is presently continuing the investigation. You were worried about them, right?
I guess she saw right through me. She knows I'm a decent person, so she tried to use that against me.
Judge Courtney's goal. What the fuck's your goal, girl? Let's cut to the chase. Exactly what are you planning?
I am not planning anything. There is merely a question I wish to ask.
You're asking me?
Yes, of course. Who else is here? Objectively speaking, you are a clever individual, and you have a sharp mind. As a prosecutor, you are highly talented and capable.
Are you being ironic? Your sarcasm falls short.
I am being completely sincere, and that is why I cannot understand. Take this case, for example. You're up against the PIC. There was no chance for you to come out on top. Even a child could understand that, and yet you...
Perhaps my younger self would not have done something so reckless. The me from before had power. That's why I thought justice was on my side. Just like you right now. However, because of a certain man, my self-centered sense of justice was broken down. Because of that man. Ever since then, I began to see people in a different light. I'm able to serve as a prosecutor only because of the support the people around me. People like Detective Gumshoe and all the other investigators. And Kay as well. Honestly, even I'm surprised at how much I've changed.
I see. Is that how it is? I've come to understand you a little more.
Understand me? Not likely. Someone like you who forces her own sense of justice onto others could never understand.
I wonder about that. Is that what you think? If I could say one thing, it would be that this conversation has been very interesting. That is all. Our conversation is coming to an end. However, I have one last thing to tell you. The date of your hearing has been set. I came here today to inform you. Today, in the PIC meeting room, may you humbly accept your fate.
If that's all you wanted to say, couldn't you have just sent a messenger? The holy words of the goddess of law simply cannot be entrusted to others. With that, Mr. Edgeworth, I bid you farewell. I shall be seeing you again later. She just wanted to see Edgeworth's face. All right. I must look at every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. It's a simple bed. I don't expect it to be very comfortable to sleep on.
If it were Detective Gumshoe, he would probably snort loudly while sleeping like a log. I may never get a chance to work with him again. However, this is the path I chose. I won't regret it. There's a poster on the wall next to the toilet.
We are currently out of toilet paper. Please be prepared if you wish to use the toilet.
What does it mean by be prepared?
Have something to wipe with, I guess, dude.
There's a dining menu sitting on the desk. Seems I can get food delivered if I pay for it.
Let's see. Moldy white bread lunch set. Switch to moldy whole wheat bread for an extra $1. Oatmeal and grits set meal. For a limited time, get extra gruel at no additional cost.
Thank goodness I'm not hungry right now.
Moldy shit? Dude, that's pretty fucked up.
I mustn't neglect my personal appearance just because I'm in a holding cell. Prosecutor or not, this is my personal duty.
My collar is slightly bent. Ah, that son of a bitch. There. A well-groomed appearance reflects a well-groomed mind.
From here on, I'll need to focus myself more than ever before.
You said more than ever, but whatever. Just add a little flair. A little vent thing. Can't seem to look at that. Is that work? There are thick bars placed securely on the window.
That reminds me, I watched a movie that had iron bars just like these. It was about a plan to escape a prison by filing down the iron bars. Of course, I wouldn't do such a thing. I don't even have a file.
No, even if I had one, I still wouldn't do it. That's funny. It's like I would never break the law like that. Only if it meant finding the truth. There's a poster hanging in the hallway. The Dice and Slice game. Roll the dice and decide your daily menu. The Dice and Slice game has been cancelled due to the warden's arrest. We sincerely apologize to everyone who was looking forward to it. That's funny.
It's no need to apologize for canceling such a silly game.
But everybody loves that game.
Another visitor?
Kay!
Ah!
It seems you're all right. I'm relieved for now. You know, it's kind of touching. You look a little down, Kay. Please, cheer up. You didn't do anything wrong. I guarantee it.
Please just accept it. I am a murderer.
That's not true. Why won't you believe in yourself?
What should I believe in? I mean, there's nothing.
There's nothing to believe in? That's not true. I gotta sneeze. Whew, excuse me. Before you lost your memories, you literally jumped into my life. As a result, your words and actions have become engraved in my memories. That's the mark you left behind. How can you call that nothing? I believe in your innocence. That's why you must believe in yourself as well.
Thank you. But it's no use. Look at all the misfortune I've brought upon you. If you can please forgive it all. Your memories of Kay Faraday.
Kay! You know, this takes me back. In my youth, I too was a gallant.
Is this the kind of justice that the PIC seeks?
Justice, huh? I wonder.
This man, what is he planning? Why is he pushing things forward so forcefully? All seems too unnatural. Is there a hidden agenda? There's no time left. It's all or nothing now.
Well then, I must take my leave.
Hold it. Logic chess.
Alright, here we go.
No matter how you look at it, Kay's arrest was unnatural. There must be something behind it.
Oh man, he's got a lot of defense there. Hey, I'm a busy man, you know. Kind of a big deal, you see. I trust this won't take up too much of my time.
In order to make it out of the situation, I must break through his defenses.
There are plenty of things I want to ask, but my time is limited. First, I'll ask about why he rushed the arrest.
Let's see here.
I have no intention of letting him push me around. I will overcome this difficult situation.
Logic chess begin! Shit. Why did you rush her arrest? Kay is not the culprit. Why did you rush her arrest?
Why did you rush her arrest? I would like a clear explanation.
Explanation? What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb with me. You clearly did not follow the proper procedures.
Okay. Maybe you should pipe down a bit. Do you even know the position you're in?
Can't get it to light. Is that when I wait and see? I'll try saying I'm a prisoner. We'll see. Fail early. Haven't you realized it yet? I have you cornered.
Okay, that was a wait and see. Okay, when he's flipping his cigarette lighter, wait and see. I wonder what you're getting so excited about. I sure can understand the high spirits of all you young folks seem to have.
Why was he behind it that time?
Ah, that was a wasted remark.
Okay, come on, we can try it again. Let's say, why did you arrest her?
Wait and see. Suppose we let the criminal escape. What do you think will happen?
What will happen?
I would be made to take responsibility. You see, I do hope you understand.
Okay, we're still waiting and seeing because he's still doing it.
Just take my advice and stay out of this, if you know what's good for you.
I refuse. Kay is innocent.
You know, this is so pitiful. It brings me to tears. Why won't you just give up? Things were finally going well.
Things were going well? Things were going well, you say? That's a strange way to put it. Seems like you're trying to say something more specific. It almost sounds as if you personally wanted Kay to be arrested. Far more than necessary. Haven't you lost your impartiality? Partiality?
You think so? That certainly wasn't my intention, you see. Edgeworth, my boy, you're reading too much into it.
He skillfully avoided the issue. However, I still have some serious doubts about Kay's arrest. Next, I shall ask him if the investigation was sufficient. I can't miss even the tiniest piece of information. That's the only way to break through the situation.
How long did did you do? Was it under your authority? K is not the culprit. How long did you investigate? How much time was spent on the investigation?
You know, I wonder about that. I don't really remember, you see.
There was no way I can accept such a careless answer.
Like I said, I don't remember. My memory's not as sharp as it used to be, you see. Sometimes I even forget my own son's name.
I don't care about your idiot son. I want your answer regarding the investigation.
Yes, he really is an idiot. Even though I don't remember raising him like that.
There's no end to this. He just keeps on dodging the question. Let's try another line of attack to make him take me seriously. How long did you investigate? Was it under your authority? It's hard to say that the investigation was sufficient. The arrest. Was it under your authority?
My, do I really look that important?
The Prosecutorial Investigation Committee Chairman. It's quite a prominent title. Not that I care much for it.
That was rather blunt. I'm so shocked. I could cry.
I'm sorry, flattery was never my forte.
If you keep talking like that towards me, you'll never get your prosecutor's badge back, you know.
That would be terrible. I don't need my badge. Let me make this clear right now. I do not live for the sake of my badge. Status means nothing to me. Do you understand?
Young. So young. Let me teach you something as you're a senior in life. What you're saying right now is far too naive, you see?
The look in his eyes has changed. He might respond differently to some of my questions now. This is my chance. How long did you investigate? How much time was spent on the investigation?
Well, aren't you an impertinent one? Even someone like me is starting to get annoyed.
What a coincidence. I feel the same way. Answer me. Was the investigation sufficient?
Young folks always live life in the fast lane. That's why I like to bully them. You'll regret this soon enough.
I'm the one bullying you. How do you bully someone? I think I would just wait and see here. I don't know. It's not super clear what I should do there.
You sure are quiet. Are you scared?
Ridiculous. I was just thinking about my next strategy. On how to extract information from a weepy old man.
You should show some remorse, you know. Don't you get it? I hold your fate in my hands.
Do that again. I don't care about fate. When did you get your hands on it? Just wait and see?
In any case, even if you obtain some information, there's nothing you can do. Just give up already.
I refuse.
Mind if I ask why?
It's simple. The truth is fading away. That's all there is to it.
I see. I'm starting to understand what kind of person you are. But you know, it's all useless. It's enough to make me cry. Give up. That girl's guilt has already been decided.
Decided? I'll never give decided. That's strange. The way you said that, it almost sounds like it was decided from the very beginning.
What are you trying to say?
Her arrest was planned? I guess that's what we're saying? Yes. It's clearly unnatural. Everything is progressing as if Kay's guilt was predetermined. Wasn't Kay's arrest planned from the start? Got him.
I see. That's an interesting theory. But I don't have time to indulge in your flights of fancy, you know. Why don't we put an end to this silly conversation? Curse it! He's trying to get away! Before that, I must find out if the arrest was lawful. Saving. It's still very faint, but I am beginning to see the path to the truth. I can't let this opportunity slip by. Still have more to ask you, Kay's not the cool. I still have more to ask you. Please wait. There's still something I want to ask you. I've grown weary of our little tete-a-tete. Tete-a-tete? Please keep it short, okay? Who made the decision? What's your basis for your arrest? Who made the decision? Who was the one who made the decision to arrest her? Well, I can't say I remember. Growing old is a terrible thing, you see. My memory's not what it used to be, you know? I don't have enough clues to proceed with this line of questioning. Maybe I should try another line of attack. Kate is not the culprit! That seems like a less of a strategic line of attack. Kay is not the culprit. My. That's a rather bold claim, you know? Anyone can shout objections at the top of their lungs, you see, Mr. Former Prodigy Prosecutor. Ah. Damn it, that didn't do anything? It's no use. I don't have enough information. A chance will come, sooner or later. And when it does, I mustn't let it slip by. Okay, so it is that still I have more to ask you, but I just chose a different path. Okay. Please wait, there's still something I must ask you. I'm going weary. Made a decision. What was the basis of your arrest? I put together what you have told me up until now. I cannot help but say that there is no basis for Kay's arrest. Yes, I understand, you see. But you know, it doesn't really matter either way. You can't overturn her arrest. How irresponsible! Do you still claim to be a man of the law? My, those are some harsh words, you know? I know you're starting to make me a little angry. Wait and see. One of them was, I'll say harsher words. You see, to be honest, I really can't answer all of your questions, you know? That's just a position I'm in. You see? I'm a busy man, you know? Aren't you just pretending to be busy? That's cruel, you know? This old chunk of coal has been working like a dog. Pretending. Just what do you think that would accomplish? You don't want to talk about it, do you? Are you trying to get my sympathy? You don't want to talk about it, do you? You don't want to talk about the case. Isn't that why you're trying to get away from this place? How sad. Yes, how sad indeed. Do you really suspect little old me? I do suspect you, and I'm confident about that. There was clearly no basis for Kay's arrest. My. Have you forgotten? Wasn't there evidence? The mask, the letter, and the corsage all were found in the girl's possession. Not to mention she even confessed. All of this serves to prove her crime. That's... Any objections? I think I need to wait. But I can either object or you bet I'll object. Let's wait. You see? You have no response. It's true, I have no objections.
Although there is one point that bothers me. This man seems awfully familiar with the evidence. To remember everything without missing a beat. That intrigues me. This could be a useful clue.
I have more to ask you. Who made the decision? Perhaps I should use that clue. You remember all the evidence. Because he said he was old or whatever. He's like, oh, it's rough getting old. It's like, but you remember everything, dude. So you can't be using that excuse. Don't play dumb with me. Didn't you remember all of the evidence in full detail just now? Stop pretending to be forgetful, old man, when things aren't going your way.
Now then, who was the one who made the decision to arrest her? I see. You're a sharp one, aren't you? You know, I wish my son could learn from you. Because he's a real idiot. Oh, my fucking son's so stupid. So stupid. I'm not interested in your son. Who made the decision for the arrest? Yeah, you're a bad man, you know. Don't you already know? The one who ordered her arrest. It was Judge Courtney. Obviously, it was you. It's Judge Courtney. I'm gonna blame Judge Courtney. Haven't you realized it yet? I have you cornered. Oh, fuck, it wasn't Judge Courtney? My, I wonder what you were getting so excited about. Can't understand the high spirits of all young folks. God damn it. It wasn't Courtney. Damn it. I just wanted to hate Courtney even more. Uh-oh. Oh, shit, dude, we're out of time. We're out of time, baby. Let's see if we can get there. Can we make a decision? Obviously, it was you. That was close. The person right in front of me. I'm certain of it. But why would he want Kay arrested? I don't understand why he would have motive for that. You know? I don't really get that. Ouch. You make it sound like I committed some kind of injustice. Guess I'll have to clear that up. My honor's at stake here, you see. Very well, I'll continue to play along with you. Until you are satisfied. What is most crucial here is how much this man knows about this case. If I can get him to reveal that. Fully healed. It's do or die. I can overcome this. I'll reach the truth. Okay, you seem to know quite a bit. Kay is not the culprit. You seem to know quite a bit. Try with that first. You seem pretty familiar with the case. I'm a wise man, you know. I'm familiar with most things, you see. I don't think it was very wise of you to arrest Kay in this case. He's got tons of paper he just likes to burn up. That lighter is dangerous. I'm a very busy man. I can end this conversation anytime I want, you know? Don't you forget about that. This would have already been over if you had simply answered my questions. If you give me a proper answer, I won't take any more of your time. I will ask you once again, why are you so familiar with this case? I read the case files, you see? Honestly, it's quite a drag, you know? But it's my job, so what could I do? Because of my position, you see. I can't just skip out on it. Oh. Well, I had some time to kill, so I read the whole thing, you see? You just said you were busy. That's strange. Didn't you just say you were very busy? Aren't your faults slowly coming to light now? If you truly wish to protect your position, I would advise you to rescind the arrest order. You really are desperate, you know? That never say die attitude touches my heart. But, you know, it's unfortunate that all the hard work was for naught. Because we discovered her unconscious body near the crime scene, you see. You found her unconscious? What was the weather like at the time? You found her unconscious? This is the first I've heard of Kay's condition when she was found. She was unconscious in the storeroom? Because we thought she fell from a building, right? That's right. The source of that information is classified, though.
This man knows things even I don't know. Does he know the whole story behind this case? I think so. This could be a useful clue.
So then we'll say, about Kay. The suspect regarding Kay.
How much do you know about her? She's a suspect in this case. That's all I know, you see. Scout's honor. Perhaps I should use that clue. Don't you know the whole story? Something you've said feels out of place. You know about things that the crime scene investigation never revealed. Why is that? Just how much of the truth do you know? You're making that forceful face again. You know, it kind of makes me want to do the same, like this. I don't care if you copy me. You really are a persistent one, you know? But I can admire that, you see. I will take that as a compliment. Can't you give it a rest already? At my age, my body's not as strong as it once was, you know? There is no one else who could be the culprit besides her. She was even given that much evidence to show that she committed the crime.
Wow, he just confessed right there. She was given evidence? She was given evidence, you say? It's an odd choice of words. It almost sounds as if she did not possess them under her own will.
I see. You really do have a fine eye for the details. As expected with a former prodigy prosecutor. You've already found your answer, haven't you? I'm listening, so go ahead and say it. There's no need to hold back.
I have finally wrenched open the heavy door to the truth. Now, all that remains is to strike the final blow.
Kay's not the culprit? Kay is not the culprit.
My, that's rather bold claim, you know?
Okay, but what was I supposed to do? She'll break through that with this clue. Okay, cool. So now we can't do that. The true culprit was someone else. Kay was framed. The true culprit is pinning the blame on her. That is my answer.
Yeah!
Oh, that's hilarious. He lights his beard on fire, then puts it out with his fucking tears. That's funny, dude. I like that.
Yes, you're a clever one. It almost makes me feel bad that your prosecutor's badge was taken away, you know? Yes, it's as you say.
Checkmate. Logic chess complete. You arrested Kay, even when you knew the existence of the true culprit. Don't toy with me. There is no way such an act would be tolerated.
You sure are green, you know? That's what a prosecutor is supposed to do.
Aw, no, it's not. Falsify evidence, dude? Fucking Von Karma's in prison for that.
It will all work out fine if we make her guilty.
Who would desire such a resolution?
If I had to say, maybe the PIC, and also, maybe me, you know? When I heard your words just now, I could barely hold back my tears, you know? It was just so splendid, you see? And it burns me up inside. I'm not the most perfect piece of work, you know, so I can't forgive such youthfulness. You say the truth is important, but, you know, once you know the real value the truth holds, I wonder if you can still say the same thing.
What are you trying to say?
When you get to where I am, you can just create your own truths anytime you want. Kay Faraday is the culprit. That was the truth that I simply manufactured out of thin air. Good. Very good. That face. That expression. You were such a desperate one, you see? That's why I really wanted you to... that's why I really wanted to bully you, you know? You see, if you know the truth, there's simply nothing you can do. And that's the real value of truth. So shocking that it's to die for, you know?
Why won't you pursue the true culprit? How much of the truth do you know?
Do you understand now? The truth that you believe in is worthless, you see? Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you, powerless former prosecutor? Phew. Oh, scary, scary. You know, I guess the friends of a heinous criminal are also quite heinous themselves. Blaze, you! And like this, you see? One more person will disappear before me. Here come the waterworks. These tears of mine just won't stop, you know?
I think they were trying to get Edgeworth out. I guess this whole thing, this making Kay guilty, is it just an attack against Edgeworth? Because I don't see any other reason why that's, like, good for them, other than to have manipulated Edgeworth into doing things that they could then justify kicking him out for, taking away his badge for. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe not.
Everything will be decided in today's deliberation. Kay's innocence. I will definitely prove it.
April 6th, 8:30 a.m. Grand Tower, PIC meeting room. All right, let me take another look at how much more we got. Nah, yeah, we got a lot. We're gonna have to save this for next week because then we got a whole other part. How long is that last part? It's pretty long too. It's not that long, but the biggest chunk's gonna be probably this part right here that we're about to walk into. So let's go ahead and stop right here, and we'll start from here next week. I think this will be a good stopping point. The penultimate part. All right, let's go ahead and save. I always do like 4 save states just to make sure that I always have one in case I screw something up. It's just some weird thing I do. All right, then we'll save in that game for realsies. And I'll go ahead and jump on over to the chatting. Yeah, hands, come party with me. There we go. Oh, what are you? Quit doing that. I told you to stop doing this. Oh, son of a bitch. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. I really appreciate you guys being here. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream as much as I have. I just love these games. I swear, even if nobody was here, I'd still be here doing these voices, having a good time. It's just such a good, fun game to play, you know? So it's Thursday. We will be live again tomorrow for some Yakuza 3. We will be continuing on with that. And then over the weekend, we do have Strange Planet Sunday coming up. I do believe Noah won't be there because he'll be at TwitchCon. But Papa Panda and I will be playing some Grounded. I guess I assume I'm going to host that. We haven't actually talked about that. I guess it's still up in the air who's going to host it, but I definitely would be able to, so maybe I'll say that for now and see if the guys are cool with that. I'll let you guys know for sure tomorrow, though. See anything else to talk about? Well, I will mention again that I do have some channel point items to change my costume. Doesn't seem like anybody found them today, but they do exist, and there's a feeding time one as well. Here, I'll show you. This is what we were at the beginning of the stream. Boom! Now my head in a jar. And then I also have this fun one where you can feed me little fish pellets, fish flakes. Where's that? Do it. Feed me. Oh, it's not working. Oh, I know why. Because it doesn't work on this screen. Oh, it's only on the main screen. I didn't realize that. I'm going to have to figure that out. All right. Anyway, that's fine. It's fun. Just trust me. Let's see. Anything else? I don't really have much more to announce. You know, I've been moving, so I really haven't got to work on a whole lot. So hopefully, you know, here in a couple weeks, at least by the end of October, I'll have some more cool stuff for you guys to check out. Yeah, I'm just glad you guys are here hanging out with me right now, though. So how about we go raid on into Papa? I think Papa's probably still on, so why don't we jump on over there? Oh yeah, and I think because I guess I'll let you guys know, because Noah is at TwitchCon. I don't think he'll be streaming in the morning. He didn't stream this morning. I don't think he's gonna be streaming tomorrow either. Just so you guys know. Normally Noah would stream in the morning. Actually, let me see. Was there? Let me see who all is on. It looks like we have a few people on. I want you guys to know that Papa is streaming. He's doing a collab tonight. So if you guys like to hang out with Papa, definitely jump in there. Let's see who else is on. Maverick Comic is on. We just rated him the other night. He's playing some more Ill Bleed. Research Ninja's on. She's playing some Yogg. Ka Games is on. She's playing Fortnite. And yeah, there we go. That's what we got. You know, we'll go ahead and raid into Papa. Let's do it. He's playing Duke Nukem. Let's go make a splash over there, shall we, guys? All right, starting up that raid. Oh yeah, I can do the raid message again because that works now. There we go. Oh, let me see if shoutouts work in here before we go. Oh, it's probably because the raid thing's at the top, it wouldn't show it. I think I was a little too late for that. Oh well. Well, there's the raid message, guys. Let me copy it myself. Copy. Here we go. So if you guys want to post that when we get over there, feel free to do so. Sorry, 1 second. Let me get in there so I can jump in the raid with you guys. All right, I'm in. Let's do it. All right, guys. Until I see you next time, everyone stay happy, stay healthy. I love you all. We'll see you tomorrow for some Yakuza 3. So you guys have a good night. Let's go hang out with Papa for the night. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for being here. Bye-bye.